Welcome to the stream, everybody. My name's Merxerain. If you're new, hi. If you're not new, hi. We're gonna keep going with the Wizardry tonight. We have another Floor 5 rescue. But it's funny, the original Floor 5 team that needed rescued is now doing the rescuing of the team that did the last rescuing for the original rescue. Yes. Except for one member, because one member is currently a pile of ashes. And, well, we don't really have the money to spare at the moment, so we are foregoing a thief in our party to have Astronomus. Astro's bishop character will be with us. This sounds like an anime filler arc? No. This is not a filler arc. The filler arc was the original backup team that failed. That was the filler arc. Yeah, so we have like questions, and the questions are, when we get down there, will everyone, one, be there and, you know, savable? And two, well, will they have all their gear? Because, man, they were kitted out. Much better than this current team is, unfortunately, and be a little expensive, especially if we lost those gauntlets. 6,000. That's like all of our money right now for one pair of gauntlets. Anyway, we do want to get one level before we go, on Merc specifically. He's very close, so we're going to go fight a Murphy's Ghost today. I think one encounter will probably level him, if not, we'll do it twice. The goal, the hope, if you will, actually, is when he gets one level, we get Morphic, which is the really good shield spell for the entire, like, expedition. So we'll see. May happen, may not happen. I guess we'll find out. In the dungeon. Was that a good transition? I liked it. Okay, so before we head out, let's just take a peek at like Merc's XP. We'll see how close he is to leveling. Yeah. He's like 100 XP from leveling. So, no time at all here to level him up. However, Sarah really close as well, and we could probably level her first. Maybe. Honda's really far, Bombastus is very far, and Mackenzie just leveled. Double check people's gear. Oh, right, Sarah Lynn, go ahead and equip the staff +2. Sure, go ahead and do that. Everyone else is ready to go. See, like, everyone here is wearing a large shield. We could, if we wanted to spend 4,500 gold, we could put a shield +1 on each of the frontliners, which would be very good. But I think I want to hold that money. The goal is to get everyone out of the dungeon and saved. And that might mean a lot of money expenditure at the Temple of Cant. I don't know yet. We're going to find out. Or when we go. Enter the maze. And if you're new, if this is the first one you've watched, we do use a pen and tablet to do our mappings, which you can see right there. That is currently floor 5. We're on floor 1 at the moment, as we always start on floor 1. I'm not going to pull open the map, not for this. This is going to be a really quick run. So the goal is we shouldn't need a map. But when we come over this way, this is like a weird teleport situation. Oh, you know something I've wanted to do? Okay, so if we move 1 forward, we are essentially teleported, and all of the walls around us disappear, and then there's doors behind us. What happens if we are facing this way? By the way, we can't go back. What happens if we're facing this way when we make that transition? One more, I think. That's the first time we've done it like that. Okay. This will summon Murphy's Ghost. Click. We got a double Murphy's Ghost, which I think that's kind of expected. I feel like every first encounter is always a double, and then you get a lot of singles with double chance afterwards. We don't want to use Dispel. First off, I don't think it works on Murphy's Ghost, but if it did, well, it would mean we didn't get any XP. We have all of the details over here. You can barely see. They basically resist everything, so there aren't a whole lot of spells that are actually worth using on them, so we're just going to try and hit them a bunch. And they have a special trait of 1 HP regen per turn. We will use some spells to make their AC worse. We just can't use spells on a surprise round. And of course, we will continue to fight the group in the back. And hold on, toggle HP bars. And I hate that it turns off every time you reload the game. It's gone. All right. By the way, I don't think Merc has any debuffs for the enemy team other than like spellcasting. That's not going to do anything though. Double checking. He has a death chance. I don't know if that works on undead. However, Saralyn, on the other hand, she definitely does. She has Dilto, which is +2 AC. Does she have a better one by chance? He has Fear. I see. Hold on. Perry. Let's go to Astro. Can he Dilto? He can also Dilto. Uh-huh. So, okay, let's go back. We'll have both of them cast it on the first round. Why not? So, she'll cast it on the first one. He'll cast it on the second one. Okay, fight. We're actually hitting that guy really easily, so I don't think we need to use Fear on him. We probably don't need to use Fear on either of them, really. Bombastus kills Murphy's Ghost. I do like how he like gives a little bow. 22 damage there. Okay, so I think we're gonna get what is it? 1,400 per party member for this one fight. I have to see how close Saralyn is afterwards and make the call at that moment on whether or not we try to get her level 10 before we do our rescue. Oh, come on. Come on, Honda, hit. They all whiffed. There we go. There we go. So, I want to talk anime real quick. Tower of God, Season 2, has just started up. First episode was last weekend. So episode 2 will be this weekend. Very excited to keep watching it. I read the whole first season of the webtoon. And I watched, of course, the whole first season of the anime. I've watched the anime twice, the first season, and I've read the first season. So I watched the anime in 2020 when it came out, and then I rewatched it in preparation for season 2 and read the webcomic. And I gotta tell you, the anime adaptation was so faithful, so faithful. But since then, man, I keep like seeing articles, and the articles are like, Season 1 of the anime was such a large departure. They did all these things differently. I'm like, no, they did not. The very last episode of the anime, there's a bit cut out. Had they had like an episode 14, you would have gotten, I think everything. But the stuff that was cut out wasn't needed. So it's kind of funny to see all of these things, and it kind of makes me feel like every time people talk about how they changed characters, my interpretation, right? I guess because Tower of God, because we all consume media and we have our own biases and thoughts and opinions and experiences and everything, right? We might experience things differently. But let me tell you, I didn't think they changed up any characters. I don't think they said anything in the anime that was different than it was in the webcomic. It's so funny how I keep seeing all these articles that are like, yeah, they made some massive changes. They made major changes. And it just makes me feel like these people are writing about it because it's big, because season 2 is coming out, but they didn't actually watch and read it. They're just going off of something someone else said on the internet, which is always true. And then I've seen now that season 2 episode 1's out. All right, I've got like a hair trying to pop in my mouth. Got it. I've seen a lot. I've seen like three out of 4 articles are all like, man, season 2 is terrible so far. And one's like, it's off to a good start. And I haven't actually read any of the webcomic for season 2 just yet. I'm actually going to hold off. I'm going to watch a good chunk of the season 2 anime, and then I'm going to start reading. Because what I want to do, for whatever reason, is I want to keep experiencing things for the first time through the anime, and then checking the webtoon afterwards. So anyways, Sarah is super close. Keep fighting. Bomber, you haven't seen Tower of God, right? And that's the last time Astro can cast a tier 2 spell. Oh, you were actually gifted it on DVD but never watched it? I enjoyed it. Like, so much so that I watched season 1 a second time and went and recently read the whole webtoon. I don't think I would, like, give it a perfect score or anything like that. But I enjoyed it for what it was. So I'd say, don't maybe go out of your way to watch it, but if you're looking for a new show, you should probably pull that DVD out. Or watch it on Crunchyroll. Oh, we could have finished that dude off. Okay, Bombastus got the kill. How many more of these fights do we got to do for Sarah? I think 2 more. 2 more will probably do it. There's a good chunk of, I think, fairly decent looking anime that are currently airing as well. I'm actually fully caught up on Dead Demons DDDD Destruction. What a mouthful of a title. But it is a weird sci-fi show that's also slice of life, and every episode you're like, but questions. I've got questions, and I'm enjoying it so far because of that. And then I started watching. I'm 1 episode behind on it. It's like the most powerful mage in the Demon Lord's army is a human. I don't know, it's only like, I've only watched 2 episodes. I'm gonna keep going on it. I don't know if it's a recommend yet, though. Anyone watching anything new currently airing? Okay, real quick again, Sarah, how close? Yeah, she's 1,500 away, so it's gonna be 2 more fights. As long as we get doubles. If we get singles, it'll be a few more. And Astro can't cast the spell anymore, but guess what? Bombastus can. He's doing it on the front line. Then we'll have Cerulean cast on the back line. Oh, that's the proper anime name? The time I was reincarnated as the most powerful... Wait, no, wait. Is that actually? Because, hold on. You may be changing my whole perception of the show, but I don't think it's an other world. I don't know if there is. Oh, you literally just made that up. No. I don't think this one's an otherworld anime. I don't think it's an isekai. I don't think he was reincarnated. I think this is just a world. And he grew up and happened to be raised by a demon. I think that's what it is. I gotta tell you, I'm a little... yeah. I'm a little I'm a little burnt out, if you will. I'm a little over isekai, because a lot of times they use it because it's a fad and not because it actually adds anything to the story. Astro, we're talking about the most powerful mage in the Demon Lord's army is a human. Have you watched any of that one? It's like on episode 3. Yeah, there hasn't been any note of it being an isekai. Right. I don't think it is. Typically, on the isekai, right, it's like the very first minute and a half of the show is the person dying and being reborn. And then there's never a mention of it anymore. It wasn't needed for anything. It doesn't play any part. There's no knowledge from other world. It's completely only used because it's a fad. It's funny because I actually like the otherworld like genre, but there's too many, and too many that don't actually like use any part of it. So when I see it's another otherworld anime, I may roll my eyes initially. All right, this should be the last encounter we have to do against the ghost. We'll go back to town. We'll level Merc. We'll hopefully get an important spell. We'll level Cerulean and Astro, apparently. We'll get people their spell slots back. Hold on. Hey, I was going to cast a different spell with Astro. We don't really need to, though. Astro, what other like currently airing animes are you watching right now? Did mention Dead Demons, DDDD, Destruction. I think it's pretty neat so far. There's an episode 0, and the episode 0 takes place like years after the other episodes, and the other episodes are like jumping around in time, and there's this big crazy sci-fi thing going on, and like every episode you have more questions than you started with. But every episode you have different views of what's going on, and the constant like changing of your perception of the world is actually what's so enjoyable for me so far. And that's about as much of it as I can say, I think, without giving anything away, which would not be worth it. Okay, time to get out. I happen to have, I think, this whole floor memorized, so yeah, we go into the dark room, and then we fumble around until we find the direction. We go all the way, we go left, we go into the elevator, we pop back out, and then we're oriented. You still do group that other anime in the generic isekai garbage group. But it's because you love your generic isekai garbage. I mean, again, some of them I do like. So I'm not saying like I dislike them all. It's just I feel like there's too many for no reason. Oof, oof, ouch, oof, Okay, good. How about Tower of God Season 2, Episode 1? Did you watch that one yet? Yeah, Phil, you can turn your brain off and watch. So there's one that I'm watching that's called, like, well, I haven't watched it in a while. I didn't finish the second season or something like that. It's like, I'm Standing on a Million Lives, I think is what it's called. That is definitely generic sort of isekai garbage that I sort of enjoy, but it's also not very good, so I haven't finished it yet. Okay, so I did actually just rewatch season 1, and I really thoroughly enjoyed my rewatch, and then after I rewatched it, I read the whole first season of the webtoon, which I also enjoyed. But let me tell you, it's basically the same. They very like lovingly recreated the webcomic into the show. And anyone who says that they changed anything major, or they changed really anything at all, probably didn't read it. It's very, very close. It's like, yeah, there's a couple very, very minor differences that no one should worry about, because they changed them that way because it was better in anime form than it was in webtoon form. It's like, it boggles my mind at the articles I've seen where they try to talk about the differences that don't exist. Alright, Merc, level up. This is the big moment. Will he get Maporphic? Whew, he got Maporphic. Like, it's needed. It's 100% necessary. Without Maporphic, this team isn't quite viable. But now that he has it, it's good. Man, he got a lot of stat points, too. Do you think he has enough stat points to become a Lord? He's probably missing agility. Zerilyn. Okay. Let's see. She got a whole bunch of spell points. She only got 1 hit point. Garbage. I didn't actually look to see how many hit points did Mert get. I didn't look. I was really just concerned about that Maporphic. But she got Macanito and Medalto. So Medalto, I think, is going to be an ice spell. Macanito, I don't know what that one is. It doesn't ring a bell. Let's see. Okay. Medalto is Frost King. Balin doesn't have this, I don't believe. And Macanito, Deadly Air? Kill all monsters under 8th level? Balin doesn't have this either. Wow. Okay. How do we know exactly if a monster is under 8th level? Sometimes we have an encounter and it's like, yeah, this is a level 6 samurai. But if it's just a bear, if it's a capybara, how do we know what level it is? This is crazy though. This is big time spells now. And Marcel did not get that. She's also level 10, I believe. Or was she not level 10? Was she ready to level? We just needed to get out of the dungeon. Maybe. Alright, Astro, what do you get? Vitality down. That's amazing. We got 7 hit points, so not terrible. 2 new arcane spell points. Wonderful. 1 tier 1 spell point for Divine, and the Dios, which is the base cure spell. Actually, it's really good that he got the cure spell. So we'll take that as a win. Let's go ahead and rest everyone up, get spells back and everything, and without further ado, Floor 5 Rescue is on! Once we get down to Floor 4, we'll turn the map back on, and then once we get to Floor 5, we'll open the big map up and talk about our game plan, I think. Actually, we're going to have a game plan before we walk in to Floor 5. Anyways, Maporphic. Woo! Okay, front line is now at -1. Who should we leave behind on floor 4? Because we're going to have to leave someone behind. Probably Astro. He's the lowest level. Because I think we have to go into floor 5 with 5 party members to be at all safe, right? So we'll leave one person, we'll do the same thing we did last time, where we go in, we grab one body, we leave. We go in, one body, and leave. Bombastus would volunteer. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think it has to be Astro. He's in the party right now, but he is the lowest level, right? And not only is he the lowest level, but also he has limited spell slots, right? So he won't be helpful, I think, in the long term of back and forth, back and forth. I think that's where it unfortunately ends up. I feel like we're getting more encounters than normal. For like level 3 and level 1 even. I feel like, or sorry, we're on level 2. I feel like frequently we make it through basically all the way to floor 4 without a fight. Don't we? Could be mistaken on that. Alright, and then, by the way, once we rescue the party in full, we look at the gear, we look at, can we even resurrect everyone? Do we've got enough money? All of that kind of stuff. But then we have to make the next call of which party becomes our current primary again. Do we go with Team Delicious in Dungeon? Or do we go with Team The Mercs Serene Channel's original party? I have a feeling people are more tied to these characters than the others. So if all things being equal, we probably run with these guys. Okay. So I said once we got to floor 4, we'd get the map up. Let me make sure I've got it open on my side. Let's get floor 4 selected. Gotta head east. Door. 8 ogres. Got all the details. They like to run away. Oh, we even surprised them. That's good. I'm not gonna waste any spells on these guys. I feel like we need to keep those spell slots available. Floor 5. That's gonna mean, you know, our buffs, our big hit damage spells, everything. By the way, I was thinking about something. In Delicious in Dungeon, kobolds are... they are, like dog-like creatures, right? And in your more traditional, like, D&D lore, a kobold is more of a lizard creature. Kind of dragon-like, right? Why are they dog-like in Delicious in Dungeon? Well, it actually comes from Wizardry, and I'm pretty sure Wizardry portrays them as dog-like creatures. However, this game does not, and it got me thinking, we should take a look at the bestiary and see what they say about kobolds. Fantasized depictions of kobolds characterize them as mischievous sprites who live alongside humans. But the ones occupying the maze are of a decidedly more malicious breed. The scrawny appearance of these foul-natured demi-humans reminds one of a starving stray dog. While weak individually, these loathsome pests always pick on new adventurers in groups of hopes of improving their chances of success. Every form of kobold Astro has seen has been dog-like. See, I feel like it's more common for them to be more lizard-like, and actually, now that we have this open, I would say they may have blended the lizard and dog-like features. Look at this. They have a dog-like snout, but they definitely have scales. They have horns that kind of look like dog ears, and then they would have, I would say, the same leg structure of a dog, but the foot structure of a lizard. Jester, welcome, welcome. Yes, yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure you're right. I think kobolds were basically dog-like creatures until some point in AD&D land, I think, when they became more lizardy, dragon-like. And I don't know if that was just because that's what they thought of for kobolds, or if they wanted to make them more unique for their setting and that kind of stuff. I don't know how it happened, but there's definitely this big split of what a kobold is, right? Like, if you fight kobolds in World of Warcraft, they're definitely not dog-like. You know what I mean? You remember watching a video that described the whole thing? That's kind of awesome. I might want to look it up. I definitely like just generic fantasy things, and the history and knowledge behind why they are what they are and how they got to be there is definitely something that, like, intrigues me. Might have to look for that. Okay, so that's what I wanted to see. It definitely describes them as dog-like, even though they look a little bit more lizardy. Okay, we have another question now. Who do we leave behind? I think we've already decided it's going to be Astro. If we get into a rough situation, Astro's low hit points are also bad for him. He's not, at level 7, he's really not ready for floor 5. He could be a floor 5 companion if we weren't also trying to rescue people. So for the moment, wait, that's the wrong button. There we go. They sort of hide this menu, by the way. Remove from party. Astro. So here's the thing. Astro is now sitting in the dungeon right here. We could have actually maybe just left him in town. That might have been the best option, but we didn't. Okay, so we have Astro sitting here in the dungeon. He will be fine by himself, by the way. But let's go ahead and pull up the next floor so that we can fully understand what's going on here. We're going to go into the big map mode. And once we enter, we will be right here, okay? And our party is... We have to go, like, through a secret wall here, through some doors, we come up and around, we come over this way, up and around, through another secret door, we pop into this hallway. This is actually where we died the first time. It was actually right there. But this time, the second time, well, actually, our third party wipe, technically. The second time on this floor, however, is right here. So there's another secret wall right on the other side of the corridor that as soon as we entered with our other group, a whole bunch of spirits attacked us. And the spirits had some really crazy AoE spell that did like 20-some damage in one hit, and there were 6 of them that could all do it. And we had fought one spirit before, just one. And it did not use a spell, anything like that. So we didn't expect it to be bad. We didn't think we needed to prepare. It turned out to be quite bad. So hopefully we can get in, grab one, and get out. There we go. For some reason, my chat didn't scroll. Old Duffer! A tardy old Duffer has entered the room. Nice. We have just left Astro on the floor, and we are now ready for rescue. Attempt number 1. Here we go. It's gonna work out, right? We're not gonna open that door to a whole bunch of specters again, right? In fact, I think we should try to open up the party menu outside the secret wall door and see if, if it's possible to get them because we're one tile away. I know they're through a door. They probably won't let us. But there is the non-zero chance, right, that when we go through the door, because we're going through a door, we have a greater chance, I think, of encounter. If that's the case, we want to avoid that if we can. So I'm gonna open the secret wall and we're gonna camp. There are no party members at this location. Okay. No encounter. Wonderful. And by the way, our map here, we have it drawn as a 2-wide hallway, and that's exactly what we see. Why are there only 4 people here? Oh no! We've potentially lost permanently Chill, Chuck, and Marcel? Oh no. Oh no! That feels terrible! Oh my goodness. Dragon Pupper may have come by and eaten a few people. That's what it seems like, yeah. Geez, why is my chat not scrolling? Come on. Yeah, snacks, anyone? Yeah, I think some people were snacks. How's our gear looking? We lost the shield on Laios, but we kept the copper gloves. That's the really important part. We lost the weapon that's super cheap for Fallon. Senshi lost his weapon and his body armor. The body armor is like 750 gold. The weapon's probably like, I don't know, 50 gold? Probably not very much. So that's not terrible. He didn't have gauntlets. And Shuro didn't have gauntlets either. Looks like Shuro kept everything. Yeah, okay, so here's what I think they need. I think they need a tiny bit of like additional something. There needs to be a message. When you get to your party and you see that there's 4 members here, it needs to pop up. Or there needs to be some kind of indication, some kind of clue that yes, the other 2 members are missing. Meaning maybe you can find them. Probably not. Or you find evidence that they've been devoured or something like that, right? Something to give you closure. Because we have no closure. They're just gone. Hey, Darth. We've just discovered terrible, terrible news. All right, let's get out. Back to floor 4. Is there a spell that locates lost party members? Yes, actually, I think you're right. Do we have it? That's a good question. Just eating before stream. What are you eating? If you're gonna mention food, you gotta tell us what it was. 1 bishop I'm not too worried about. We'll just parry with our mages. Probably dead. That's such a great call, Duffer. They might legitimately have been moved. So when we... Let's first rescue as many people as we can. Hopefully all 4 of them. And then we will see. I think Merc can cast that spell. In fact, we can take a look right now. But let's remove Laios. He's now on the ground. Merc. Inspect. Do you have this spell? Do you have the spell? I feel like it's a high-level spell. Oh, Merc also has D, by the way. So we will try this before we, like, run the dead bodies out of the dungeon. Because if we can get people to be living again, well, it's even safer to leave, of course. It might not be a, it might not be a divine spell, it might be arcane. And it's also possible that he just doesn't know it. Okay, let's look at Cerilyn real quick. What does she have? Clarity, which is Duma pick, reveals the party's position. So because she has a position spell, she might have the other one too. Although I don't think she does. Don't think she does. Okay, hold on. What other options do we have here? Let's look at Bombastus real quick. No, he doesn't have anything. Okay, I don't know. Oh, you're right. Astro did do it. Does Astro's character have it? Maybe. I will say, Astro's character definitely has less spells total, because the way that the bishop works, right, is that they're getting both arcane and divine, and they seem to get them a little slower. We don't have it here. We don't have it here either. I wonder if Marcel had it. Because if she did, well, that's a huge problem. Captain D's. Fish strips with corn on the cob. I don't even know what Captain D's is. I don't think I've ever heard of it before. Okay, back in. The fact that we're, like, in and then out quite immediately means that we might be fairly safe from most encounters here. Have I ever been to Long John Silver's? In fact, I can't say for certain if I have. I may have been one time. I'm not a huge seafood person. I'm really not a big seafood person, so I wouldn't go there normally. The fish place, gotcha. I do eat the occasional seafood item, but it's occasional. And when I say seafood, it's mostly fish. I don't really eat the crab or the lobster or the shrimp. Which I know most people love, but I'm not one of them. I also kind of wonder sometimes, do people like the lobster or they just like the butter? The ease that we've had at the moment in getting the party members out might lure you into a false sense of, hey, maybe we should leave another person behind and then go in and grab the last 2 people. But let's do it the safe way. So Captain D is basically the same as Long John Silver, but they carry corn on the cob. Top priority for you. I do really enjoy myself corn on the cob. You can tell a big difference. Oh, and by the way, Alistair Zero, how are you doing over there? Who am I? I am Merc Serene. Who are you? This is not RimWorld. This is probably nothing like RimWorld, but this is a really cool storytelling game, if you will, as well, as we're rescuing a former party that died in the dungeon with a new party. Or not really a new party. This is the original party. They died once, and we had to rescue them. But yes, corn on the cob. You couldn't really tell a difference between corn that's out of season compared to buying corn from a street side pop-up vendor or whatever when it's in season. I love fresh corn. Okay, here we are. We're gonna pick up the remaining party member, which is Shuro. I'm gonna take a step forward and see if there's anything different over here. Yeah, there's no one here, okay. So we have 2 missing party members that might just be gone forever, but we don't know, and we don't have a way to check at the moment. That's what it seems like. Now, does anyone recall, did we hear about the spell that locates dead people in dungeon through a, tooltip, or did we actually read it on a character? Right? Because I don't recall. You thought we learned it. Okay. Very possible. It's just, it was probably on Marcel then. You know what, though? We have a whole second team, the original backup team, which 4 out of the 6 of them, I think, are dead. But we can go back to town and check them to see, hey, did one of them potentially learn it? Yeah, go ahead and list the spell name. That's fine. Because I think we saw it before as well. But yeah, again, it could have been the loading screen. It's hard to know. Andy. That sounds familiar. That also implies it to be... Hold on. Does Fallon have it? I feel like it implies that it's a... Oh, I can't... Wait, why can't I... I can't look through her spells unless she's in the team. Okay, so let's put her in the team real quick. I feel like D spells are divine magic spells, so let's take a look here. She has it. She has it. Okay. It reveals the level and the rough area in which they can be found. That's wonderful news. She's dead, she can't cast it. However, we can fix that if we get lucky. What are we, 5 out of 12 on Resurrect now? We should write this down. Because we should really keep track of every time we cast D and doesn't work. It didn't work! Everyone, it failed! Okay, hold on. No. I didn't want to say it here. Did that potentially, like, ruin any gear? No. That's exactly what she had. So we're gonna have to get her back to town and revive her, and that's probably gonna be all of our money to do so. That's why we didn't spend it on gear. Probably all of our money. What we can do, however, right, is we should be able to... We have 4 people. If we take them up 2 at a time, we should be able to get them up there. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it, right? We're going to have to leave some people behind. I feel like... Mackenzie... Let's leave Honda. He'll be on the second group. Actually, no. Mackenzie is, I think, our strongest fighter, so she'll be the solo fighter in the other group. We're gonna bring Fallon with us so we can resurrect her. We'll keep Merc on us as well, and then I guess Saralyn goes with the next group as well. I think this is how it's gonna work out. Yep, maybe. So let me actually pull in Laios and let me pull in Senshi, and then let's do a res on both of them and see what happens. What's the worst that could happen, right? So I think we're now 6 out of 12. Literally 50% have become ashes. Laios is alive. We can do this 2 more times. Senshi is alive. Hey, this actually changes up our wanting to go back significantly, right? Because we throw a couple big cures on them, and then they're actually viable again. They're helpful. In fact, Astro even has a couple cure spells he can throw out. Cure ones, but still cure. She's in her true form. I don't know if I'd say that's her true form. Okay, let's leave it there for the moment. We're going to remove Senshi and then pull in Shiro. The only one who's still dead now, other than Fallon, who we can't revive. So we were 6 out of 12, and then we're 6 out of 14. 6 out of 14. 6 out of 15. Remember that, Bomber. 6 out of 15. Don't forget. I need someone to keep track of it. Now, someone's missing a weapon. So that person who's missing a weapon should probably not be in a front line, if you will. Let's see. Laios is missing his shield. Shuro has everything. So Senshi must be the one missing the weapon. So let's actually leave Shuro. If we leave Laios, actually think about it. Laios, Shuro, and Senshi are all alive. So that's a full front line. I think we're actually okay to basically leave in their normal groups, if that makes sense. This is weird, I think, but we're gonna leave you, and you. And then we're going to pick up Astro. Senshi. Yep, that's how we're doing this. Oh, and now I have to uncamp. Because, for whatever reason, when you add an Ash character or a dead character, the order is off, and then you gotta move stuff around. Alright, so Senshi doesn't have a weapon, but we can get out. That's what we're doing. Our whole goal, get out of the dungeon. And then the other 5 characters will be sitting here, and we'll pick them up shortly. A reminder added. Not 3, but 6 out of 15. Oh, because you added 3 out of 15 first. We should actually add that as a reminder every stream. And then we'll have it. I think we're gonna be fine. We'll see how much damage Senshi does. Without a weapon, he's still dangerous. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Ninja have a chance of like an insta-kill. So, you gotta be a little cautious. Also, they can hit us. Okay. So you know what? We're gonna drop the map. We don't need the map at the moment. We're not even gonna inspect the chest. We don't have a thief. Abandon. Our goal at the moment is not loot. Is to get out. You know, I guess we could technically have tried to leave through the 5th floor elevator? But I don't think that's gonna be faster. Right? And it's riskier, I guess. I guess that's the real issue, is it's riskier. There's a large lag between when that shows the XP and then shows the money, and you can't move until it shows the money. The money, money, money. Ouch. You know what would not be nice is if the game made it so every time you run into a wall, someone has a chance to take damage. That'd be mean. It's way too easy to run into a wall. Oh, you know, there was one additional thing I wanted to look at in the bestiary, and that thing was, does it show levels? Like, these guys say level 1 priests, so that spell that just kills anyone who's under level 8 should work on them. However, what about something else? Like this bubbly slime. What level is this? This should be level 1. But it doesn't say anywhere. We just sort of have to guess. When we're on the edge of a enemy being at the level it's gonna be, you know, effective for or not, we won't really know. Anything on floor 1 through 3 should definitely kill, but we don't need a big spell to do that either. However, the bottom thing on our list is only a level 7 fighter, so it's possible, like, everything we fought so far could be killed with that one spell. Which is a cool thought. That would be hilarious. The first 3 times. I think you're talking about running into a wall taking damage? Yeah. Yeah. Especially when you're in a dark room and you can't see, and you're like, well, where's the wall? Gotta bash my face into it to find it. Ow. We are getting so many encounters. I wish I knew, like, is there a reason we're getting so many encounters? I have no idea. It feels like we're getting more than we should. These guys came to the wrong neighborhood, by the way. That spell's amazing when there's 3 or more groups of monsters that may run. Oh! Hey, that's a great point. That's a great point, yeah. I still wouldn't use it on floor 1 enemies. Just because they're not going to give enough XP. Well, I guess if we're leaving the dungeon, we're gonna get our spell slots back anyways. Unless we're really concerned about not resting for Vim/age reasons, I guess. At this moment, I'm not worried about Vim/age reasons. But you know what? We won't be worried about it until they become an issue. And once they become an issue, then we'll be worried about it. And it'll be too late at that point. Okay, Fallon. We have 8,000 gold. Tell me, we can resurrect you. Aha, we can. 5,000. Wonderful. Wonderful. Murmur, chant, pray, invoice. Was that the last thing it said there? We do the thing, we do the thing, we do the thing. We need our money. Hey, they're good. Where did she go? Wait, why isn't she in our team now? Is she in the tavern? What just happened? Wait! What? Legitimately, what just happened? Did that say unsuccessful? Did I just miss it? Was I just expecting it to be successful? Invoke. It was an invoice. It was invoke. What just happened? I thought that the temple was guaranteed. I missed the last bit. She's gone. She's dead, Jim. She's dead. Okay, well then. I'm wondering if they are not ashes, if they're guaranteed to be resurrected, but if they are ashes, they have a chance of being lost. He said a single, but emotion back to tear. I am really not happy with how this has gone. I mean, to be fair, this makes the game interesting. This makes it very interesting. And I wish more games were maybe a little bit more brave about doing stuff like this. We have lost 3 really good party members. 2 of them might be recoverable, but now we have no way of knowing. It's kind of Grimgar-like. It is kind of Grimgar-like. Okay, well, let's hold off for a second. Let's go to the tavern. Let's go to add to party. We have another priest, don't we? Yes, we have Khaldun. Let's just double check. Does Khaldun have the spell? Whoops. He's also ashes, by the way, which means good luck, I guess. I don't think he's high enough level to have it. He's not. Oh! Okay. From experience, a level 1 character was turned to ashes by the temple. So it sounds like the temple has a higher success rate than we do as a party member casting the D spell. And in fact, the D spell description tells us as much. But it sounds like higher chance is not guaranteed. Yeah. Alright, Khaldun, we're gonna set you back on the shelf with your other party members in their own separate urns, and we're gonna store everyone. Everyone is stored. We're gonna enter the maze. They're like in why are they in 2 separate parties? They're on the same tile. I honestly thought they'd be in one party because they're on the same tile. Yes, the level 1 resurrect at the temple is free. So they failed, but then they fixed it for free. Yeah, okay. Alright, everyone back in the team, thank you kindly. Let's move people back around, right? Carolyn's in the back. Honda is in front of Merc. Okay. We're missing a party member, so we're gonna go back up to town. Like, that's all we can really do here. We gotta go get someone back. The real thing is, though, we still don't have the money to get Cyttorak up. So we have to make a decision on what we want to do there. And again, I think it's so important to have a thief in the party. We could just take Astro until we get enough money to resurrect Cyttorak, but Cyttorak is ashes and he might dissipate. I don't know why. The last time I got to floor 3 and this time I got to floor 3, I was like, huh, hold on, wait, where am I? Where am I? We also have the backup. The anime party, I don't want to call it the backup because it was the primary at the last stream, right? But that party is now in shambles. Shambles, I say. So clearly, this is our primary team, right? This is the primary team. We just got to figure out what we're gonna do about our last spot. And I gotta tell you, there is a little bit of me that wants to have a bishop on the team, because if we had a bishop on the team, we could identify things out in the dungeon, which would be pretty good, and we'd have someone who has a little bit more utility in combat than a thief. But we won't be getting any chests anymore, which as a person who loves to get loot, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. Also, by the way, this is the perfect time. The perfect time for Sarah Lynn to cast the big kill everything spell, right? just because we can. We know everything. So this is monster group, right? Let's talk about the differences, but this is all enemies. You know, I kind of thought we had another all enemies. I guess terror is all enemies. That's a group, that's a group. Maybe Marcel had a different one. Anyways, kill all monsters under 8th level. Can you imagine, though, if this was like kills all creatures under 8th level, and you had like a level 5 person on your team and had also killed them? We could, yes, we could use Calfo, and then if there's no trap, open it, right? I guess I have to know which spell slot is Calfo on. It might be 2. And if it's on 2, is there anything else on there that we would be disappointed about if we couldn't cast? That was fun. That was very fun. Those coins are good XP. They're good XP. They're not good money, though, because they're not real money. They might look like real money, but they are not. So did anyone pick up any interesting, fun games in the Steam Summer Sale? I picked up a game that I've been sort of like watching for a while. Picked up Dave the Diver. I was playing that off stream yesterday, and it's a pretty chill, relaxing game, I think. I'm enjoying it so far. Okay. Team is back. Let's look at the tavern. Sidetrack is 4,500 to revive, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we don't have that. We don't have that. Honestly, it's not going to take us very long to get it. We had gained about 2,000 gold when we just leveled Merc and Cerulean up to 10 from fighting the other guys and then going down to floor 5. Like, that brief visit got us like 2,000. So we could easily get that to revive him. It's just, we don't have it right now. I could sell a big ring. Someone's got a ring that's worth a lot of money. You picked up, you picked up the remake, old duffer? I posted in the Discord. I got an email yesterday from GOG, Good Old Games, that they had a deal, a discounted deal for the lowest it's been for this game. So I still have that. I think it's good for one more day. If anyone wants to buy this game and wants that discount code, let me know and I can send it to you. I have no idea how much it's off. I won't know that unless I actually use the code, and I don't want to use the code in case someone else wants it, because guess what? I'm not going to buy the game again. You also got Baldur's Gate 3. I would really, really like to play Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm not ready to play Baldur's Gate 3. It's going to be such a big time investment, I think. I'm just not ready for it. And we might do it on stream, too. But our backlog is quite long, so I don't want to commit to it just yet, either. I did play Larian's Divinity Original Sin and really, really enjoyed it, but then I never played Original Sin 2. Just because, again, it's a big, long game, so I didn't quite get to it. You got that code also? It's like $6 off, or it's $6 total? You heard Divinity Original Sin. What happened? I just mentioned, so Baldur's Gate 3 was mentioned, and I said that I've played Larian's Divinity Original Sin 1, but I haven't played 2 yet. Have you played 2, Jester? Oh, it's like $26. Hey, $26 for this game's a really good price, actually. It's a very good deal. That's legitimately, I think, the cheapest it's been. So, if anyone's interested in this, there you go. Got that code. Okay, hold on. We need to look at gear. And we need to swap some gear around. So let's remove Cerilyn momentarily, because she doesn't have any gear that's really gonna matter. Mackenzie needs, what does she need? She needs a better shield. And I guess she could take Lyos's gauntlets. She will. So better shield and Lyos's gauntlets. Bombastus needs a better shield. Honda needs a better shield. Okay. So I think we have one. Merc actually needs, oh my goodness. Merc also needs a better body piece and shield. And guess what? Fallon had both the good +1 body and shield. Not, like, I know they failed the resurrection, but the gear should still be there, right? Oh, that's a little maddening. That's what that is. Girl has a +1 shield we can take. Okay. Senshi has a +1 shield. Okay. And Lyos has the gloves. Got it. I hate, like, taking their stuff, but if this team ever comes out again, we'll get them new ones. Okay. Let me just check some other people real quick. Do they have anything that's worthwhile? No, you do not. By the way, I think we're gonna take Quincy. Just because we need a thief to begin with, I think. Or, yeah, we need a thief. What's our goal? Let's make some money. How do we do that? Chests. Chests are part of it. So we'll go to floor 4 and run around a little bit on floor 4, get some money, and then we'll revive Sidetrack. And once Sidetrack's up, we'll go back to floor 5. That's what we have to do here. So let me just pull him out now. Upper gloves. Give. And that's just a normal garbage helm. So we're not even going to identify it right now. Okay. This is the current team. We're going to buy a couple pieces of gear as well, I think. Like, so actually, I guess we have to ask ourselves, do we buy a couple +1 shields? We can buy 2 right now, right? Do we buy those right now and make our team stronger? Or do we get Sidetrack up and then recoup the money and then buy better gear? I don't really know. I don't know what the best option is here. But like, Merc needs 2 pieces, Honda needs 1 piece. Quincy could have way better stuff too. Whoa, Jester! You have upwards of 4,000 hours in Divinity Original Sin 2? You played it a little. That's a lot of time. I assume you must have played through multiple times as different characters, and gotten potentially different endings. Different play styles. One you're a mage, 2 you're a fighter, stuff like that. Jester is magic, for sure. They are the most magical person in our community, for sure, guaranteed. I don't know why. No, I do know why. You know why? It's because, like, when you think of a magical character, you also think of, like, hey, they must be fairly knowledgeable about stuff. And when we're playing Judgment, We ask every question to Jester, and they have the answer for us. You play like the same character every time? It's funny. There are definitely games like there are definitely games where I play, and I'm like, you know what? I want to play a different type of character, and then I make a different character, and then I'm like, oh, but I kind of want to go back and play the first one, or something like that. All right, let's sell our original large shield because we don't need that anymore. Sell this one as well. I don't think we have anything else to sell. Oh, junk staff, sure. Okay, we need 600 gold. Let's do it. I think I could have rested, but we'll be fine. Maporfic. If I ever enter the dungeon and don't cast Maporfic, I want everyone to yell at me. And you know what? We're not gonna go in a dark room unless we go directly to floor 4, like from the elevator, and we do the chest thing. I don't know if that's really the best option or not. Someone forced you to play with them. I can always try playing a stealth archer. I will say, in Skyrim or Skyrim-like games, stealth archer is 100% what I play. I've never played 7 Days to Die until recently. Got it like on a super sale for like $5, and you know 1.0 just released in the beta channel. And guess what I'm playing there? A stealth archer. I don't think I want to go the floor 4 alarm route. It's kind of annoying. So let's do ourselves a low Milwa. Now let's move. I'd really like to have an understanding about what it is upon level up that determines what spells you gain. And I don't actually want someone to look it up and tell me. I want us to figure it out in stream. That's what I want us to do. Find out, oh man, this person gained this spell earlier than the other person. Was it because they had higher piety when they leveled up? Is it because they had more kills? Is it because they used Dispel more times? You know, there's lots of options. Probably just random. It's probably just random, but... Bomber, you don't play as a stealth archer because you told me you don't like the bow and arrow. So you must play as the guy with the big fire axe. Have I played any of the Borderlands games? Yes, I have. Oh, wait, door? Oh, creeping coins, sure. I have played the Borderlands games, not all of them. I played the first one when it came out, but let me tell you, I've never beaten it. I have played it a ton of times, but I've never beaten it. What happens is like, hey, I'll play with a friend, you know, couch co-op, and we'll do it a bunch, and then we don't beat it. And then it's like, a year goes by, and someone else is like, hey, maybe we play this game. I'm like, sure. And then I start a new character with this person, and then we do the same thing, and I get like a third to halfway into the game, and then we stop, and then I rinse and repeat. I've done that a whole bunch of times now. I know the first few hours of that game very well, of the first one. And then I did play the second one a bit, but I didn't beat it. So I haven't played the third one, and I probably won't. I think the same thing will happen. I guess not that not beating a game isn't necessarily bad or anything, but now there is the Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which is like a D&D sort of offshoot game that I've heard was very good. If I checked out another Borderlands game, it would probably be that one. I'm not too worried about these guys hitting us. I don't think they really will. when... No, maybe it was Borderlands 3? No, I think it was 2. When 2 came out, they were doing a lot of, like, online things where they would drop gold keys for a special golden chest. And I remember collecting a lot of those keys and rolling the random loot that you can get out of them. But again, I still never beat it. That was a standalone version of DLC for Borderlands 2. No, yes. Tiny Tina's Wonderland 100% is, but isn't there another one? You're right. I named that one, but didn't they come out with a... Hold on, that's actually a standalone version of the DLC. Sorry, I'm confused a little bit. Again, I didn't play them, so I'm not super knowledgeable on them. But didn't they actually release a standalone game that was not... It wasn't the version of the DLC. Wasn't it its own separate game? It was inspired by the DLC? Isn't that the case? Or is it legitimately like the same game, just standalone? By the way, I think these guys... Yeah, we have everything here. Right there. That icon is a little horn. I believe that means that they can call for help and have reinforcements come, which we have never seen. We have never seen that behavior. And we probably won't see it yet either. The DLC was Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. Okay. Okay. I gotcha. Was it any good? Because I feel like I heard there were people that didn't like it. I don't know if they didn't like the DLC or they didn't like the standalone. I do know I watched someone play a bit of the standalone Tiny Tina's Wonderland on stream, and they seemed to be having a good time with it. These guys, they're too low level for me to use big spells on. We're not gonna. The DLC was amazing. Okay. You know, I will say of, like, because I don't know if they invented it. They probably didn't invent it. But, like, Borderlands, honestly, I feel like is one of the first prime-time looter-shooter games, right? Like, before Borderlands, I don't really recall running around, guns a-blazing, picking up new loot all the time and comparing and swapping gear. But that's such a big genre now. This is why we have Quincy on the team, by the way. Can't imagine they were the first, but they might have been the first. And I will say, I really like looting games in general. Like Diablo, right? I really, really like games where you're running around, taking out enemies, and picking up new gear. And, I feel like Borderlands does it in a very good way. A very good way. And so it is a little surprising that maybe I didn't play him more. Borderlands like a first-person bullet hell? Wait, what? I don't know if I ever felt like it was a bullet hell, but... You got tired of all the dialogue, Astro. Okay. Well, yeah, I feel like that's the thing, though. The dialogue has to hit with you, or else the game's probably not great. Do we have all the details? We have all the details. They can run away. Surprise. I legit don't really know why I walked in here, because I thought the goal was to go to floor 4. But I did. We've done it. We can't take it back. One of my favorite, you know, it's funny because, like, this game I wouldn't consider a looting game. But you do a lot of looting in it. One of my favorite looting games, Dungeon Siege. Anyone play that game? I don't know if we've talked about this on stream before, but I had put a lot of time into Dungeon Siege. And what's really cool about Dungeon Siege is they have a separate single-player campaign as they do to a online multiplayer campaign. So you could actually play the game with another person and get a whole new experience, and that was a lot of fun. You know, it'd be really cool if Lomilwa showed us traps on the floor. Right? Because it's like sight beyond sight. You kind of even like the dialogue. There was just too much of it. I can get that too. Especially because, like, for Borderlands, you're wanting to be in the action. Right? You're like, you want to be in the action, you want to have, like, short bits of, like, funny little dialogue, and then back in the action. So yeah, I can see that. But by the way, when I say Dungeon Siege 1, very good game. Dungeon Siege 2, very good game. Dungeon Siege 3, completely different game, and I don't think it's very good. I would recommend not even worth looking at, ever. But they do something in Dungeon Siege which is really cool. So there's two different, like, there were two different spell paths you could go down, although maybe there were three, because there might have been a divine magic sort of priest character. I can't quite remember. But there was a nature magic, and in the nature magic tree, you could get transmute. Guess what transmute does? There's way too much loot to carry. You can't take it all with you. So the stuff that you can't take with you, you drop on the ground, and you use transmute on it, it turns it into gold, and you put it in your pocket. And I really liked that mechanic. By the way, there's a secret door right here, but you can only come through from one side. Ooh, Honda got level 10. Look at that. So, like I said, right, we're going to get the money, we're going to get Sidetrack up, we're going to then go back to floor 5, and we need to finish mapping. We also need to get a little bit more, probably, XP down there. We'd really, really like to see Merc hit level 11 and hopefully get the candy spell, right? Can die. Definitely not a tasty candy. But, that would then tell us for sure, do we still have people in the dungeon or not? And if we do, we can go make a rescue attempt. A lot of spiders. We should be fine, though. You really enjoyed Warlords Battlecry 3. I have not played that. It was really similar to Warcraft, which you've never played. I have played Warcraft, but I didn't play a whole lot of it. You were just typing that about Merc and Candy? Yes. That is the goal. Get level 11, get Candy. But there's also, apparently, a very significant chance that he won't get Candy. Well, maybe not significant. I'm blowing it out of proportions a little bit, I think. But, you know, it's kind of neat, right? Up until, like, now, all of the characters got the same spells on the same levels, and then that was it and done. But now we're starting to see deviations of characters getting different spells and stuff, and it's kind of neat. Because you could maybe have 3 full mages on your team who have different spells. Like, we know Marcel had some different spells than what Saralyn does right now. Yeah, so that game, the Warlords Battlecry 3, army, base building, a real-time strategy. You also had a hero unit. Yeah, so, like, that's... Oops. I think that popped up. I'm mashing the button to go through the doors. Skills, artifacts, could effectively build your hero unit to solo the game if you wanted to. I feel like the hero unit stuff is kind of cool, for sure. But when I was playing a lot of RTSs, which, again, I don't, like, I basically don't play RTSs anymore, but I used to. I used to a lot. I was mostly an Age of Empires person. I really enjoyed my Age of Empires. There were no hero units there. Nice. Nice. I don't even think I played the original Warcraft, by the way. I played, I feel like it was maybe some of the spin-offy games later on that still used the hero mechanic. But, in fact, the one game that I'm thinking of in my mind, it was multiplayer, and I don't think you controlled an army. I think it was just the hero characters you controlled. All the dragons are now upon us. This fight maybe is a good one for a spell from Saralyn. She can't do it this turn, of course, but that game had like 17 factions. Campaign, you could take missions to ally with various different factions and use them for missions. So, when you say, like, all the different factions and whatnot, I immediately then think of Total War, and I really enjoy some Total War stuff. I played a lot of Total War Shogun 2, and then I've tried to get into the Warhammer ones, so I've played a bit of 2. I played a bit of 1 after I played 2, but Warhammer, Total War... 3, which it came out, what, 2 years ago or something? I have it, but I haven't played it yet. We're gonna do a run through that game on stream one of these days. It's on the backlog, and that's sort of what I'm thinking of. You do actually control an army, and you have hero units as well. You didn't, Bomber. You didn't answer about your 7 Days to Die build. You get stuck playing a miner with a sledgehammer. Quote-unquote stuck. Does that mean you don't want to do that, or what does that mean exactly? These guys do not resist fire, so Saralyn, Mahalito. Duffer, you played WoW when you had to go to the store to buy a CD to play the online game. I also bought my copy of WoW in the store. You never got into it. I played it for 6 months, and I mean, I've talked about this before. We actually played WoW Classic on stream about a year ago now, but I didn't get into it either. And there's two two main reasons behind it. Actually, we're gonna call it three. I wasn't playing with someone. I feel like had I had another person that could have played WoW with me, I probably would have played it more. I probably would have enjoyed it more. But I didn't. Ooh, yeah, disarm that, please. Failed to disarm. Try again. My headset's also beeping. My headset's saying I'm dying! Okay, so I didn't have someone to play with. So that's like strike one. Strike two is that I had stopped playing a different MMO to play World of Warcraft, and that other MMO was Final Fantasy XI, which, by the way, I still hold as my favorite MMO of all time, and I put tons and tons of hours into it. So I stopped playing Final Fantasy XI so that I could try WoW, because WoW had blown up, and I wanted to see what it was about, right? It was in every magazine you could buy at the time. Everyone was talking about it, right? So I played it. I played it for about 6 months. It may have been shorter than that, but I got sort of tired of it because I was playing everything solo. And we've had this conversation before on stream as well. MMOs shouldn't be solo experiences. Why? Massively multiplayer. Why should you be solo? I'm not saying that every activity has to be a party-based system, but there should be a good chunk of them. And so I didn't really make, I would say, very many or any, maybe, even in-game friends, and it just got boring. And so then I was like, you know what, I'm done, and I went back to Final Fantasy XI, where, by the way, in Final Fantasy XI, you have levels 1 to 10 on your job, you kind of have to solo, but then 10 to 75, which was the cap, technically, I think the cap was 60 originally, but you had to play in a 6-person team. You had to. It was basically impossible not to. And I really, really enjoyed that concept. And when I play another MMO again, I'm going to be looking for those sorts of things. I really wish I had gotten into EverQuest, because I know EverQuest was a party sort of system as well. But it is not something I got into, unfortunately. Again, you can't play all the MMOs. No one has enough time for that. The mining build corresponds with your preferred weapon. Your preferred weapon is the sledgehammer and not the battle axe, because there's a battle axe as well. In my head, I thought you would use the battle axe. But, I mean, big hammers are also bomber-approved weapons, I know. There is a game... Hold on. Can I find it real quick? Because I did a search for it just recently. Ashes of Creation? I don't think it's Ashes of Creation. No, it's not. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know why. But there is an MMO that's I've been watching for a while now, and I'm very interested to try it when it comes out. However, it's slow going, and they've had a couple missteps recently, and one of the big things that people are not super happy about is they changed the graphic style. They dulled it down because they said the other style was going to take them much longer to keep working with. So I'm not sure how to feel about it, but it is trying to emulate more old school mechanics with party systems. So I'm going to keep my eye on it. There was one other game too that I saw recently that was, hold on. I actually have the link to this one. It's called Monsters and Memories. monsters and memories. It's very early. Don't get me wrong there. It's very early. However, it's kind of the old school style. Group of people, go into a dungeon, camp in a location, pull monsters to you, fight them, get XP, do this for a while, level up, leave. Oh, you know, I just left the floor. I'm assuming we have enough money. Maybe we should check our pockets real quick. Yes, we needed like 600 gold. She has 300 on her, so. Do you have a backup party in case something happens to your favorite characters? Maybe. Maybe. I thought we had a backup party. Now we have half a backup party. It's really making me question. Is the revival spell D actually worth it? Is it worth it? If we have a greater chance of resurrection for a cost at the Temple of Cant, should we just do that every time? Because if they have a chance to fail, but they have a lesser chance, it's less risky, right, to just use them. Should D only be used in, like, dire situations in the dungeon? Like, oh man, someone's down, and if we don't get them up, we don't have a chance of getting off this floor. I don't know. Visit the inn. Level up Quincy. 2 hit points! Honda, show us how you gain hit points. Okay. One of our primary party members, everybody. Just taking a peek, quite far from level 11. Getting close to 10. Perk is 41,000 away from 11. We're not gonna get candy like today. Probably not. For 40k? I don't know. Quincy's very close to 8 now as well. That's good. That's good. He's gonna be a good backup thief, for sure. Or primary if Sidetrack doesn't come back. In fact, if Sidetrack dies, like dies, right here, right now, well, we don't want him to have this on him. Or this. The other stuff is fine. This is all garbage starter gear. I'm gonna pay real close attention. Successful. Honestly, like, part of the reason why I didn't even see that the resurrection was unsuccessful was because I didn't think it was a possibility. It never crossed my mind that they could fail at the temple. Okay, let's just come back here again. This antidote, we will throw that back to Sidetrack. The Staff of Mogref? This is a -2 AC bonus for the encounter. Mogref is a spell that Cerulean already knows, so I'm kind of feeling like I don't think I want to keep it on her. It's also not a melee weapon, right? Oh, it is. It is. Huh. I want her to keep that one equipped. So this thing, I'm gonna store it. We're gonna put it on someone else. Let's see. We have gear to examine. Oh, it's garbage. That's it. We just got garbage. Yeah, the more you know. The more you know. And knowing is half the battle. Let's see. Sidetrack goes away real quick. Add to party. Astro. In Honda, gear, items, armor. Give to Astro. I'm gonna give this to Astro as well, because I just want him to hold on to it. We knew that those were both garbage. We knew that they were. Okay, we don't have money for anything. Don't. But we do need to take a quick peek at stuff, right? Bombastus needs nothing at the moment, right? Like the copper gloves would be his next piece. We don't have the money for that. Honda needs the shield, so we really need 15. Merc needs 3,000, so we're at 4,500. Sidetrack needs another 3,000. Sarah doesn't need anything. How many antidotes do we have on us? Just 1, 2, 2. Okay, that's good. That's fine for now. So what is that? 7,500. We need 7,500 to kit ourselves out before gauntlets. That's 12,000 more. Do we try to farm before we hit floor 5, or do we go down to floor 5 and just do it? Honda being at 1 and not 0 might be a big deal. It might be a big deal. Bombastus can cast spells. Can he cast a... He can cast a -2 AC spell on himself, so it might make the most sense to actually put his shield on Honda, so Honda has the better AC, and then Bombastus, if we get into trouble, can buff himself. He also has this one. I think we do it that way. I do. I hope Bombastus isn't too upset that he had to swap shields. Alright, everybody, rest up. Sidetrack has 35 HP. How much does Quincy have? 30. And he's 2 levels lower. Okay. Okay. Back in... there's nothing else for us to do up here, right? Back in we go. We're going to hit floor 5. We're going to go back down there. We're going to do a little bit of walking around, and we're going to see what happens. We'll do the low Milwa. Muporphic. I bet you we're going to get a higher tier AoE AC buff, too. That's going to be like 3, maybe 4. Maybe they stack, and that will be great when we get it. But we don't have it yet. If it even exists. Which we hope it does. So, speaking about MMOs, right, let's keep talking about that for a little bit, because I have a lot to say about MMOs, I think. In fact, MMOs are one of my favorite, like, genre, if you will, of game, but I just don't really care for the current day ones. PAX Day. I think it's actually PAX Day. Day. I looked it up, and because the pronunciation, I wasn't sure how DEI is. I think it comes from Latin. I think Pax Dei are actually just Latin words. However, that game I think is very, very interesting. When a few of us played it during one of the early access portions, I had a good time with it. But it's very clear that the game is very early still. They have a lot of systems that aren't defined, I would say, and a lot of stuff that's implemented that's clearly placeholder, and a bunch that is not finished, maybe not even well thought out. I don't know yet. But concept of what they want to do in that game is to have it be completely player driven, completely player economy, completely player city. No NPCs. And I really think the concept is cool, and I think they're trying to hit at having people work together and talk to each other and make groups and make friends and make enemies and war and stuff. And so, because the game currently, I just don't feel is ready. I'm not interested in playing it right now, but I'm going to be watching it. And we're going to see how it goes. And there's a chance that we revisit it on stream as well. But right now, they need money, and so they released the game already in early access, even though it's still very unfinished. So it does make me a little nervous as well to potentially buy into something right now that might not actually get near their vision. Because if it turns out that they go another 2 years and they haven't really gotten towards their vision and now they're out of money again, we have problems. And MMOs are very big games, right? They're very expensive things to develop and expensive things to run. And so that leads me directly into the second portion of, I guess, the MMO conversation that I want to talk about. Most MMOs today are free to play. And I think that is unsustainable. Entirely. Right? They are running these very large servers that cost money to run. They are paying people to, you know, even if they're not doing new development on the game, they're still paying people to keep the servers running. And there's like more to it than just that, right? So there's still people that they have to pay. But of course, they're probably still doing development, so they're still having to pay new people as well. So these free-to-play games have no base cost for the average user. But they do have lots of pay-to-win mechanics, for the most part, right? They might not be pay-to-win. It might just be microtransactions. It might just be skins, right? It might be totally benign. But the problem is, in my mind, that it's still unsustainable. You might have 90% of the base playing for free and 10% of the base being a whale or at least a mid-consumer, right? I think it's very, very difficult to not make it pay to win. Black Desert Online is an MMO that I played for 3 to 6 months, somewhere in there as well. And I actually thought the game was pretty decent. They 100% have a big cash store, right? And it's very tempting to buy stuff in the cash store. And I'm going to tell you, the game is very, very gambling focused. Not like playing slot machines, exactly, right? Not that kind of gambling, but gambling in the sense of, okay, how do I upgrade my gear? Well, you have to do this like interesting crafting process to do it, and you can fail. And if you fail, you might break the gear, right? But you don't want to break the gear, so you can buy additional items in the cash shop that make it so you can't break the gear, or you have a much, much higher chance of success. And it's a pay-to-win mechanic. It's not exactly a pay-to-win, because you could still lose. You could pay and still lose, but it's pay for greater chance of winning, I guess. And I'm not about those mechanics. I'm really not. And actually, here's another thing as well that's probably a little controversial. I don't like skins. I do like skins, but I don't like skins. And you want to know what it is I don't like about the skins? Let's go back to the old school MMO for a moment. You see a person, and they're walking down the street, and they look like a peasant. They're probably level 1. Okay, great. You see a person, and they're walking down the street, and they're wearing a big set of armor. That's cool, but you've seen that same set of armor on 10 other people in the last 10 minutes. Okay, they're like mid-gear something, and they're all wearing similar pieces of gear, maybe even the same gear. And then you see someone wearing an end game piece of gear, and like, wow, that person's really cool looking. And then you see someone else who is end game, and they're wearing a really, really rare drop something, right? There was a concept in Final Fantasy XI of an H&M. Okay, and these were notorious monsters that spawned very infrequently, like legitimately maybe one time per 24 real-world hours. And then they had a very, very low chance of dropping something. I was a summoner main for quite a while, and there was a body piece that drops off of an enemy called Shikigami Weapon. This enemy, by the way, spawns in a very remote location that people don't typically hang out in, and it spawns invisible, so you can't even see it. And then, by the way, a max level character can't solo it. You have to have a group of people there. And by the way, it has a 21-hour respawn time. Why do I remember this? Is because I spent a lot of time trying to hunt this thing. Sorry, I thought something touched my foot. It was the cable. After farming this thing for a very long time, and by the way, you'd have to just go out there and just just hunt, not to fight, hunt to get the spawn. Okay, I'm just gonna go spend a lot of time out there, and then eventually it spawns, and you know it spawns, you try to get people to come fight it, but there might be someone else there as well, and they kill it. But great, now you have the kill time. So guess what? You know about approximately when it's gonna respawn, and then you get a group together to go fight it, and then it doesn't drop, and you do this over and over and over again. And then eventually it does drop, and now you're wearing it around town, and by the way, you feel cool for wearing it, because it's very good at what it does, and it looks different, right? It looks unique. And other people see it as well, and they probably also know. Very interesting, hard to get item. Skins remove all of that. Skins remove every piece of that. You might still have in your game a unique piece of armor that no one wears because they're wearing the thing that they bought on the cash shop for $30 to $60 because it's even cooler looking. And so, for that reason alone, I'm kind of anti-skins. I feel like being able to see what you're wearing and what other people are wearing, while maybe that removes character customization, because you're not necessarily picking what you're wearing what's going to be the best gear. I can see that argument, if you will. But it lends itself to a different experience in the game. And I much, much rather see the real pieces of gear. That was our TED Talk on MMO skins. And maybe microtransactions. I could probably talk more about microtransactions. But we got to talk about game for a moment. We're now back on floor 5. Scary floor 5. We could still have a party wipe today. Let's hope we don't. We just came in down here, and now we're actually, we're right here on this tile, okay? We still have exploration to do, but most of the map is already explored. As we can see, most of the map here is already explored. I will call out that this section of the map up here looks unexplored, but it's not. This is the same as this over here. This little area wraps. In fact, I think what really needs to happen is I need to cut the map right here, and then draw that bit back in over here, and then the map will be square and complete. But right now, there is a big dark zone. I don't know if I want to venture into the dark zone right now, because the dark zone could be really bad news for us until we're maybe one level higher. That's my thought. But there's 2 more doors right here, and there's a secret hidden door here, and there's another door over here. So we're going to come around this hallway, and we're going to check this one first, and then this one second. And that's our plan for now. Did you see what just happened? We just got turned around. I don't know why that happened. I don't know why that happened, but we just got turned around. It wasn't like a very disorienting thing, because this isn't a four-way intersection or anything like that. And there's clearly a very unique thing down this hallway. That's kind of neat. We're going to double check down this corridor. I just want to make sure that there's no secret walls. There aren't. You got turned again. Okay, so what is this room? It is a 2x2 with another door. Alright. Time for us to actually map something. And a whole stream with no mapping. Here we go. Okay, and then we've got door right here. Don't forget about the treasure room on floor 4. That's true. We could try it. I think I want to vet this party just a little bit more. In my mind, for whatever reason, our other party was stronger. I still feel like they were stronger than this one. And that concerns me just a little bit. The encounter we had on floor 4 behind the monster allocation room was very challenging, so I have a feeling whatever is behind the treasure room door is probably more challenging. Alright, we pop out into a hallway that looks like it goes nowhere. It probably goes somewhere. Okay, wall there, and then we've got 1, 2, and then 3, and there's a door. We go 1, 2, and then 3. You remember what I said about this map being very dense? It is so dense right now. This spot right here might not be anything, but we won't know until we go into the dark zone. Okay, we have secret wall. Oops. We're using the right color here, and then we draw walls solid anyways, and then we'll put a blue dash for secret door. It's a single room! Which makes perfect sense! It lines up exactly with what we drew on the map. Nothing there, though. There could have been, potentially, loot behind the door, as they seem to do. By the way, if we walk into this dark zone, we won't be able to see anything. So it's a lot of like bash your head, draw a wall, bash your head, draw a wall, so that sort of a thing. But we also lose our light spell. We can recast it. We have spell slots to recast it, but I don't want to lose it if we don't have to, you know? Okay, this one here looks like this. Was it just one? It was just one. Secret wall, though. In we go. Hey. What is that? Why does that look weird? There's something up there. There's something up there, and I don't know what it is. Okay, so we pop through the door. We turned left. We're facing north. We have a wall going up like this. Over like that. I'm confused as to what we're looking at, because when we got up there, the thing I thought we were going to see wasn't there. Do we have all details? Yes. I feel like floor 5 is being nice to us. Here's a single fighter enemy. Okay. You see it too, right? Hold on. Oh, I was gonna use my mouse, but I can't because this is a switch. Right there, right on the right side of the map, there is something there, right? Something blue. But when I get up there, it's gone. Did you saw it disappear? Did you not see that? Watch this. Okay, there's some weird geometry going on here. This might just be a visual bug. But we haven't seen any visual bugs in this game so far, so it feels like it might be something else. Nothing happened when we walked into the space. Have, wall here, and then we see there's a wall here. Some graphical glitch? Yeah, maybe. What does the old code look like? That's a great point. But the problem is with the old code is you can't see around corners. Right? Nothing there. So, okay. Up, we turn right. We have a little bit of a hallway. We go 1, 2, 3, and then we go down. So we go 1, 2, 3. All right. We have a door with a single room right here. We have a hallway going down, and guess what? That's one of the other doors we were going to check. The secret wall. We've already found it elsewhere. The stairs! We have found the stairs! Oh, the stairs are super tempting to take, aren't they? I think it's a bad idea to take them, though. And by the way, this confirms again that the stairs are actually just detail on the wall. Stairs are not a full square. They're just a wall thing. So, like, it's going to be really difficult for me to draw this right now. So I think we're just going to, we're going to have to start using a color maybe from now on. Not really sure. I know we're sort of already using green, but maybe we also use green here. And then we put D for down. What do we think about that? We can start doing like D for down and U for up. Or maybe just S for stair. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on this? There's clearly a right answer. Someone's gonna say it. Did you find the stairs, or did the stairs ambush you? I think they did ambush me just a little bit. Hey! Hold up! Look where we are. Look where we are. What? Big map, big map. Look where we are. We are right here in this square. Where was the visual glitch that we were seeing? It was right here in this square. You know what we were seeing? These stairs are actually technically a 3D model. They're not an image on the wall. That 3D model was being rendered when it shouldn't have been. So we were seeing the backside of the stairs from around the corner. And I bet you they only render when you're on a side that could potentially see the front, right? So here's the stairs are this way. We're right here. We could see them if there wasn't a wall in front of us. But the game doesn't care that there's a wall in front of us. The game is just saying, hey, you have a potential line of sight, so we're gonna render staircase. But then what did we do? We moved over here. We can't see the front side of the wall of the stairs anymore. So now it says, don't render this, and it disappeared. That's what happened. We figured it out, everybody. We figured it out. We're amazing. We could pop down and start our map. And what I mean by that, yeah, so a graphical glitch, 100%. Not a glitch as in like, it's more like an oversight on the way that the line of sight coding was done, I think. And this is an issue on the remake game, not on the original game, right? Not an old code bug, a new code bug, if you will. Probably not something that we're gonna encounter anywhere else. This might be the only spot in game where we see it. Don't know. What I do want to say though is we could pop down. Don't fight anything. Don't even walk anywhere. Just pop down and start the map. What we'll do is we'll go down, we'll cast a Duma pick, we'll map what we see, and then we'll turn around and come right back up. That's what I'm feeling like. if this current party that we're using right now is anything like our last party, we can actually run around floor 5 for a bit. There's only a handful of encounters that are going to be scary. If that's true, if this party is the same as the last one, that might mean that there's a lot more encounters on the next floor that could just completely wipe us. I'm still at the point right now where I think we could lose this party on this floor. So I don't think floor 6 we're ready for. I do think we could take a peek. If there's a trap and we can't go back up, I don't even know what'll happen. We're gonna do it though. We're gonna do it though. Trevor sucks. We got a new wall layout. Oh, look at that. Look at this. We have just ventured into, if we use the terminology from Etrian Odyssey, a new strata. A new stratum. Okay. Mr. Bombastus. Actually, no. Saralyn. Duma pick. We are facing south. Interesting. Because we were definitely facing west when we entered. Just saying. 19 squares east, 19 squares north of the stairs to the castle, 6 levels below it. Let's see, does that actually line up with our location on the map right now? Here, it doesn't. This goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are actually 8 east and 8 north when we went down, and now we're 19 and 19. Figure that out, I guess. Alright, we're gonna do new layer. Okay, and then we're gonna do something here. I'm gonna give a mark on this, okay? And actually, it's just gonna be a big 0. By the way, I'm only drawing on the new map. You'll see in a moment. But 0 should be 0 east, 0 north. This is gonna be our starting point for every map. We're gonna call that bottom left corner, because I bet you it is bottom left corner every time. And then we can open up this, right? Now we know where 0 is. We know where 0, 0 is. So now we can go 19 over. I'm gonna just count it out though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So here, and then we want to go up 19 as well. So how many big squares? We went 1, 2, 3, 4. And go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's 16, 17, 18, 19. So this is where we are right now. That's where we are right now. We will do a couple different things too. Let me actually re-grab our green color real quick. Yeah, let me re-grab green. And I'm gonna do, we know that we're facing south, so north are the stairs. But we'll get ourselves a big thing there, and then we're gonna say, I'm just gonna put it up here. Up, and let me actually undo the black, the X. Oh, I want, there we go, black. We'll call it number 1. 19. Whoops. Not EE. I lost my, there we go. Okay. That helps, I think, right? I think that helps. So this is where we start. I want to delete that line as well. That was just a little thing for us. So, little map. We're gonna map what we see, right? We see to our, we're facing south. So we see to our left, there's a wall in our current space. And then there's 1, 2 for sure that we see. 1, 2 for sure. Looks like there's a door immediately right here. Then a wall behind it. And then if we look to our right, we can see, for sure, 2 spaces in front, corridor. However, what we don't know for sure is what's after that. It's really hard to see, like, could there be a door after, so I'm not going to draw anything on the map yet. Okay, let's big map it again. This is all we really know. That's all we really know. This is our 0-0 mark. We should really do this. We should make a 0-0 mark for every map and then reorient things. I think it'll help us out in the long run. But something I want to double check is when I layer the old map back on top. Look at that. We're at the very top corner of the old map. And I think that's telling us that the dungeon map is only 20 wide by 20 tall. With 0-0 being the bottom left, 19-19 being the top right. So that's amazing. Have some critical knowledge. Oh, and by the way, one last thing we want to do here. Floor 6. Okay. Big map is done. We'll head back to floor 5, where it's a little safer. Probably, maybe. Okay. Where are we headed next? We're actually headed to the east. There's one additional door that we haven't been in that we know about. We're gonna go that way now. And I'm trying to figure out the fastest way to get there. And I think it's to go all the way down. Like this. Yeah, that's what you were referring to when you said you discovered something back in the 80s. Right. Yeah. And yeah, so we talked about that, and that's one of the reasons why we even just did this right now. I think to do the 0-0 mark and then come up with the top right mark. I'm actually maybe scrolled up a little further than I'd like to be because I think floors 1 through 3 were a little lower. So we might reorient stuff a little bit so I can scroll down my page a little bit. But I was also assuming it was probably the same. I didn't know if it was going to be 20 by 20 because we hadn't counted or tried to do anything like that. But floor 5 really is the one that tells us that it's a big square, right? And the wrapping points are going to make so much more sense now when we go back and reapply our lessons to floor 3. In fact, we should probably completely redraw floor 3 with 1-1 or with 0-0 being on the bottom left corner and then going from there. And we should know where 0-0 is because we've done Duma pick on a few spots. I feel like fighting the dog is... The dog is actually more XP and better AC. So let's target the dog first. The dog can also run away. I guess I'd like to kill it if we can. Oops. I wanted to inspect. Oh well. Whoa, we deduced! They can run away, that's the only thing in there. They can run. Okay, one down. Too bad it wasn't one of the other ones to make them not have another turn. Oh well. Hey, he hit a backliner. Hey, that's cheating. That's cheating. That's not allowed. Poison needle. We're actually gonna have Merc throw at least a, that's the wrong thing. Merc, cast spell, a level 1 Dios, at least one on Cytrak. That's perfectly fine. Tell his boss. Yeah, right? Right? Oh, hey! There's actually a tiny bit of unexplored territory right through here on the left as well. We have not been in this door, and we haven't been down that way. Yeah, there's like 2 doors right here. This is kind of weird looking. One and 2. Yeah, well, this is exactly what we expected. Sure. Single room. Single room. Let's just mark these. Got 2 more doors. Bunch of big empty rooms. Oh, wait a second. I bet you this is a one-way. What do you think? 'Cause look, we're on the other side of a wall. Let me just darken this one on that side. Yeah, 100%. I guess I'll just do our little single arrow through. Boop. That's what happened. So nothing else that way. Gargoyle! Okay, so there's been a tooltip, by the way, that's like, hey, are you having trouble finding enemies and loot? Try switching floors. The longer you stay on the floor, the less of these you'll see. Okay. Let's talk about that for a moment. If we can exhaust the amount of enemies and the amount of loot on a single floor, is there a chance that that large 6 Spectre group that killed our last team, is it possibility that we exhausted the normal encounters and then they threw a really difficult one at us because we'd been on the floor so long? We essentially mapped this whole floor in one go with that last team, so we were on the floor for a very long time. Something we have to ask ourselves just a little bit, I think, right? Oh man, we killed it in one go. And we deduced they resist sleep. Through a door, I was hoping for a chest. Okay, down and then over this way is where the door is that we're gonna check out now. Dragon puppies! Dragon puppies! Merc is gonna throw a buff out, at least one. We don't know, like, any of the details. We don't have any of it. But we do know that they are 2,280 XP each. The real question is, how big of a blessing should we do? Tier 2? We go for a tier 3? And I'm not sure. I'm actually feeling like let's err on the side of caution and do the tier 3. And Cerulean is going to cast a spell. We don't know what they resist. He's going to cast a... gonna cast a spell, but I don't know which one yet. Am I just completely misremembering? So I thought Mahalito and Molito did the same amount of damage. 4d6 is what this one does, or less of a if they get a saving throw, right? This one only does 3d6 to half the group. I thought they did the same dice roll, but this one affected half, and the other one had a chance of being half damage. And now that I'm seeing that this one's 4d6 and this one's 3d6, it's making me wonder, can we sort of learn different versions of the same spell that have different effectiveness on different characters? Or am I just misremembering? I'm probably just misremembering. You go with a really big spell? If we go with a really big spell, they're definitely dead. But the fact that we're doing a pretty big buff tells me we probably don't need to. Let's do a Mahalito and see how it works. They actually resist. Look at that. Hey, good. Merc gets to go before most of the... We're in an anti-magic zone! What? We're in an anti-magic zone! That's the first time we've seen that before. Now, hold on. How did Cerulean cast magic if we're in an anti-magic zone? Is it only divine magic that can't be cast here? To be fair, though, she didn't do much damage. How much did she do? It was resisted, and that's it. It did no damage. She didn't do any damage. So maybe it was because anti-magic for her as well. Although it said resist, so maybe she could cast. I'm not sure. Really not sure. I'm really worried about other encounters in this zone. We just walked through the door, okay? And I will say when we walked through the door, I thought the area looked a little green. So let's see if we can see a coloration difference once we're out of the fight. Okay, we win. We win. This team has now gotten their revenge on Dragon Puppies. Trap. Prove it. Okay. We received a book. A book, you say? Hold on. Wait. No. Don't cast magic. We're in an anti-magic zone, they said. Okay. Let's start mapping what we see, by the way. Do you want big map or small map? I can see 1, 2, right? 1, 2, and this is definitely a wall right here. So let's draw that. Definitely a wall like that. It looks like there's a hallway down there, by the way. So 1, 2, I think it's 3. Yep, which makes sense. So it looks like it turns. If we look forward, there is a wall right here. And it clearly looks like there's a wall right here. Right, we can't see around corners or anything, so it's hard to tell exactly. It looks like there might be another wall right there, but I'm not going to draw it yet. We don't know for certain. Should be a wall wraps around as well. Okay. Info. We're going to keep going around right. And let me bring that back up. This is a very long area. Definitely have a wall here, and we definitely have a wall here. Yep, okay, this is matching up with our map, which is great. %, matching up with the map. Now we're here. 2 shades. Okay. I don't know why I said 2. There's 6. These guys, you can't see it, but they have level drain. We don't mess with these guys. So basically what I'm saying is we're going to do a dispel. Sidetrack's actually just going to parry, and I think Cerulean's going to cast a Mahalito. We don't mess with that. Oh, right, of course, anti-magic. No. Mackenzie got level drained. Mahalito? I don't know. Mahalito might not work either, because anti-magic zone. kind of wish I hadn't done that with Merc. It needed 1 damage. Lost some XP. Mackenzie was drained of 1 level, level 10 to level 9. However, I'm unsure. What was her max HP at? It's now 72. Was it 72 before? Because I have this thought. If we lose a level, but we keep all of our stat bonuses, is that actually not a good thing? Right? Let's get up to level 20, let's go all the way back down to level 10, let's go all the way back up to level 20, and like keep compounding all of our level up bonuses. I have to imagine it doesn't work that way. I have to imagine we lost HP on her. But I don't know what it was beforehand. Someone who's watching right now in the VOD, yeah, I see you over there on YouTube. Put a comment, please put a comment on the video with how much HP she had, maximum, and how much she has now. That'd be wonderful, thank you very much. You're a great person. I will thumbs up and like your comment. Okay. We don't actually know what all corresponds with a level. So when we level up, we get more HP, we potentially get new spell slots, we get new spells, we get new strength, intellect, whatever, right? What we don't really know is there another mechanic, is there hidden stuff behind the scenes that says, hey, this higher level character has a greater chance of hitting. This higher level character has a greater chance of hitting against enemies of the same level and lower. You know, stuff like that. We don't really know. The game hasn't told us about that, if that's even a thing. So I don't know how big of a deal it is that we just lost a level on Mackenzie, but I'm not too happy about it. How about that? Okay. We go 1 more forward. Oh, sorry, map. Big map real quick for a second. We are now right here. I see there's a secret wall over here. It probably goes into the dark room. Not prepared to take it. So we're not going to use it. We're just going to map the rest of this section. So I go forward. I can see that now I'm right here, and there is a wall coming right here. Oh, that's a really big line. Bloop, bloop. One. Ooh, okay, so this turns in like this, and it looks like it runs all the way back down. We have in front of us, right here, wall. We're gonna go around it. Oh yeah, there's clearly a wall here as well. We can see this is a wall there, and I think we've just mapped the whole zone. We did just map the whole zone. Do we go through the secret door into the dark room now? Or do we leave this area and then go into the dark room through a normal entrance? Because I think it's gonna be safer, because we should be able to get back to the exit easier. Here's my thought, okay? This is the thought I'm having right now. If we go in through here, there's probably, let's call it even a straight path. There might be a straight path all the way up and all the way over. In fact, it might even come all the way over here. But there may also be a secret in here that this door leads us into. And there may also be no way to get into the secret room from the main area. But again, my thought is, we go in through the main area so we can get out sooner, because I bet you this is a one-way secret wall. But we don't really know. And we are here right now. Oh, to adventure. To adventure! Let's give Sidetrack a single cure real quick first, too. When am I going to learn that we're in an anti-magic zone? Hey, this isn't Dark Zone, by the way. Okay. This might still be anti-magic. How are we ever gonna know? Also, stuff we don't really know about, right? We know that weapons do a certain amount of damage, right? They do like, this weapon will do 1d6 plus 2. Something, right? Does our level also impact that? I think strength does. But does our level impact that? They really don't tell us. Chest? We like chests. With gold. Okay, can we leave behind us? We can actually leave behind us. How about that? We have a wall here. I mean, that's mapped correctly. At the moment. We have a wall up there. Okay. You go one forward. So now we're here. If we go one forward again, there will be a wall right there. Like this. And there's a secret wall that's going to lead us into the Dark Zone. But you know what? I think it's time to go in. We have to go in at some point, right? We're going to lose our light spell, which is sad and unfortunate. But it's got to happen at some point, right? Hey, we're not in a dark room yet. About that. Oh, and by the way, if this is just a single long hallway, which I think it looks like it's going to be, very clearly, they're hoping you miss that. As fighters advance, they get multiple attacks. Right, attacking 2 times for X damage. Okay. Okay. So if we still have double attack at level 9, 10 back down to 9 might not be such a big deal. Okay, dark room. We should have a wall in front of us, which we do. We're gonna go straight down to make sure we can get out. And we're gonna check the side walls every time. So I've moved 1, 2 down, right? Oh, I'd moved 3 down. Okay, so that 100% corresponds with our map. You know what? I didn't look to see, but I don't think there was a push button to open the door or anything like that either. Okay, we go back in. I'm just double checking for doors. Okay, so we're back to our door that we came out of. Wall. Wall. Go forward. Forward. Wall. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. We're gonna go west. We're gonna go left. Facing north still. Wall. South. Wall. 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 Oh, hey, that's way shorter than I thought it was going to be, right? So hold on. We're 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 4. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, that's actually perfect. No, it's not. I said we're 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a wall right here. There's a wall right there, and this looks to me to be a nothing space, which on this floor is really odd. Do we want to double check it one more time? We go, I'm not going to count the space we're on. We go over 1, 2, 3, 4 wall. Nope, I'm wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4 wall. I'm wrong. I counted poorly. But for map accuracy's sake, I'm glad we went back and checked. So if I go... We fight a werewolf group first. Oh, and they surprised us, and we don't know any of their details. No new knowledge. Oh, we observed. We deduced. They have 1 resistance, and that's to sleep. Okay. Cool. Stuff. Okay, I believe we had just turned. We should be facing east. I'm gonna go forward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If I go right, yes. Okay, so we're back to the T-junction. Sorry, get the map open. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares ahead of us. We're gonna check, of course, the north and south walls on each of them. Nothing. 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 This is 3. We're now on square 4, facing south. Hey, this is a lot of stuff. You know what? Cerulean's gonna use a spell here. Cerulean's gonna use a real cool spell here. Do we have Inspect on anyone left? No, we know all of this. And these guys can flee, and that's it. So there's only 1 group of enemies that can flee, but I think it's probably still makes sense. Let's go ahead and have Cerulean cast a big spell. Macanito. Oh, good. She gets to go second. That's so impressive, isn't it? It's so impressive. When do we see the downside to that? Okay, we should be facing south on the 4th square. Nothing. Nothing. And this should take us out. Good. Good. Hey, guess what? Floor 5 is 100% mapped. Floor 5 is 100% mapped. We do need to do something here. I'm gonna say, like... let's just call it 4 and 5. 4, 5. Full room anti magic. There we go. Okay. There's our full-sized map at the moment. Everything is mapped. We could clean it up a little bit if we wanted to, you know, redraw the top right portion on the top left and then draw our full big long hallway up top as well. We could. We don't quite need to, though, do we? We probably should. We should legitimately have, like... The problem is, I think it's going to take a little bit. Like, but we should spend maybe an hour or something and just, like, go through... Not fixing? It's not really fixing. It's just more like sprucing up our maps. We can look at them now, we can understand them, that we can use them, but we could make them maybe a little better. We could. Especially when it comes to, like, floor 1 in the dark room. Especially when it comes to the elevators on the different floors that we haven't quite connected how they fit, and that kind of stuff. So there's a little work we could do. However, at this moment, I don't think there's really anywhere else for us to go, except for just running around and leveling just a little bit. We definitely need it. I don't want to go back through the dark room, so... Cast another low Milwa. And then we have to decide where we want to go. We're currently top-ish of the map. You know what? Let's go this way, and this is the big, long, windy hallway. Oops. They did that to trip you up. Sort of fight whatever comes our way. We should probably take a peek at how close people are to leveling. We know Mackenzie's not close, unfortunately. Like, how close is Merc? Maybe the important one. Bombastus with his -1 AC is clearly showing some weakness. Oh, we should also see how much money do we have, right? We might have enough pocketed to go buy some new gear, because that would help us a lot too. Okay, 448 on Mackenzie, so that's how much we should have on everyone else. Wow, Bombastus will be 10 soon. 10 soon. Oh, hey, look at the saving throws, by the way. 35%, 15, and 15. Oh, but Honda's a level higher. That's probably from the level. He might have gotten 5% on each one of those from hitting level 10. Yeah, or to spend some money at the temple. We could. All of the people who are currently dead, we might need some of them, right? Because we did lose half of the other team, so we might need to train some of them up to be our backup party. We 100% need a backup party. Our experiences in the past few streams have told us backup party, super, super important. However, let's look at something another way, too. I think I might want to have another party be evil, so that we can get an evil ninja. The real problem is we can't have that evil ninja in our main party. And if we do make an evil party, they won't be able to fit in with our other guys, unless we only make the thief evil and everyone else is neutral. Then they'd fit, I guess, technically. Kind of a hard call. Alright, I want to look at gear too, I guess, while we're in here. Merc is still really far away from leveling. Gosh. The level down mechanic is very punishing, especially at higher levels. Can you imagine how much XP we will need to get to, like, level 15? So if we drop from 15 to 14, how much time we lost, if you will? I wonder if we see those enemies, if it's just run. Just try to run away. That being said, every attempt we've ever tried for running away, except for the very first time on the Mackenzie's ghost, not Mackenzie, Murphy's ghost, Mackenzie, Murphy, it's the same. Yeah, that's a wonderful message there. See ya. Sorry, what was I saying? Every time we've tried to flee, except for the first time we encountered Murphy's ghost, has ended in failure. We've never been able to flee again. So I feel like fleeing is risky. Fleeing feels risky. So if we're faced again with guys who can do level down, it's probably best to try to still kill them. Sidetrack's pretty close to leveling too, so Bombastus and Sidetrack could probably level if we just stay here. What is that book? Ooh, I'm interested to see what that turns out to be when we get there. Hey, the other side of this wall, dark room. Don't go in there. Sorry, I was reorienting myself on the map. I thought I was actually a little further south than we were. Check that room for a chest. No chest. Book of Candy? Can you imagine if it was? So dumb. Can you imagine if it really was a book of candy? That'd be kind of crazy. You know, I think the dragonflies are a bigger risk than the dogs are. We're gonna target them. Carolyn might use a Mahalito on the dogs. But the dragonflies do AoE fire damage, whereas the dogs don't, right? That's why I'm afraid of that. Mahalito! Man, there's only 3 left. And we don't... Oh, we killed 1. And flees. Of course it flees. That feels like a waste of a Mahalito, doesn't it? I think it does. You know, I didn't really think about it, but there probably is a book of every spell. Every spell may have its own corresponding book. It'd be kind of neat, wouldn't it? Or dogs. I'm not using a spell. It's not worth it. They're just gonna run away because they're jerks. Like, what a waste of time! I wonder if there is something that we can do later on. Spell or something that prevents enemies from fleeing. Cause yeah. However, we get a chest. No trap. Part of the reason we went this way was because it had doors, and I'm just kind of like going for chests, I guess. So, you can't see it here, but like, extra actions or special traits, it's probably special traits. If these guys could somehow give us lycanthropy, it would probably be listed there. So I think we're safe. I know I've mentioned it a few times. I think we're safe. Sleep or paralyze? Oh yeah, for the dogs? We could. Yeah, you're right, we could. And I think it's like a low tier spell. Like Bombastus might even be able to cast a sleep spell. Bombastus taking a little bit of damage though. We should maybe be a little worried for him. Oof, almost a kill. By the way, this one encounter, or one expedition in the dungeon, I think is going to let us buy 2 pieces of gear. One shield for Bombastus and 1 shield for Merc, probably. Actually, no, not the shield. Probably the body armor. I think the body armor is going to be a better bet for Merc. I think he'll get 2 AC off of it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sidetrack, that was your chance to kill him. I'm not sure why. I do feel like Chillchuck had better chances of doing damage. It just felt that way. And the other thing, too, that I felt like is I felt like Chillchuck had a higher disarm chance. I guess this is 77% right now, but I thought some of the other ones were like 71 on sidetrack. Failed. Again. He didn't fail. Oh, we should probably throw a cure out. Let's see. Let's see. Tier 4 cure? Yeah. Only 7. We could have gotten that off of a tier 1 cure. It just always feels so bad. Look at tier 1 cure, plus 6. Okay. Yeah, that's topped up enough for us right now. Nothing here! I mean, we already knew there was gonna be nothing there, but still. Canines! Wait, these are different? Killer Wolf. Killer Wolf! Hold on. Let's try to sleep him. I'm also gonna throw out just a little fire. Yeah, no damage. No damage. Merc might need to buff the team. Sleep? They said, we're not tired. Thanks, though. Alright, let's do, 2 AC to the group? Let's try that. That's hopefully good enough. Sidetrack, I want you to inspect, actually. And, Sarah Lynn, let's do a Mahalito this time. Little bigger fire spell. Okay, the one down. Sure. Of course, Merc is apparently super slow. I kinda wish he was super fast so he could get his buff spells off early. Or debuff spells even, right? Failed. Killed. Failed. Failed. Wonderful. Welcome back, Darth. How was your stream? Right, because you did stream, right? Failed. 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 Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. And we can't hit him. His AC is probably like -3. Or even lower. It could be like -5 even. The buff, though, to us, okay, there we go, has actually quite helped as well. And then we get no more details, unfortunately. I'd really like to see these. This Roman Galar. Now you can cross water. Kind of unbelievable how late in Sword and Shield they give you the ability to cross water. Is there a lot of water content, or not a whole lot of it? Gen 2 had a lot of water content, right? Yeah, this is where I want to go. I'm thinking about taking this elevator. Thinking about it. Floor 4. I definitely don't want to go down to 6 or lower. If we go to floor 4, we could potentially check out the different room, but I feel like if we check out a different room, we should probably have rested up first. Like the treasure room. So instead, you know what? Let's just go and get a couple more loots and stuff. Most of the 2 DLC areas have a lot of areas inaccessible without water. Okay. But we can see we've already been here. Checking doors for encounters, of course. Not getting any, though. Okay, so these guys can level down us. I don't know if we've encountered a grave mist yet, but the enemy that killed us last time was a spirit or a specter, not a grave mist. So, my goodness. If we get like a whole bunch of level downs here, that is just going to be demoralizing. Lahalito is probably right. You're probably really right. In fact, we're also dispelling. These guys might have level down as well. Don't know, but we're gonna start with dispelling the first group. We know for certain the first group can kill us or level us down. I wonder if we could just deadly air. They're undead though. Does undead maybe not? These don't work on? I don't know. It's hard to know. This is 6d6. This is 8d6. But I gotta tell you, I think I want to save the tier 5 spell slots for Machinito. And Dalto is actually better than Lahalito. It is, because Lahalito can be resisted, whereas this one I think just hits. I'm gonna cast it on the back group. Duffer's saying we should probably just use the other spell. You're not wrong. You're probably not wrong. We should probably just use Machinito. Maybe I should go back and tell Merc not to dispel. But Cerulean should be faster than Merc, so shouldn't matter. Here we go. Cerulean's definitely faster than Merc. Hey, look! It didn't work! Oh, I'm glad we didn't go back and tell Merc not to use a spell. Hey, and by the way, these guys have Paralyze. I'm glad that they paralyzed multiple times, but only on the same person. We still have this shade up, by the way, so we're actually going to focus that shade. We're gonna dispel the front group too. The thing is, if Merc gets paralyzed, we're in trouble. We have to leave immediately. If it's just Bombastus, we can cure it. If it's multiple people, we're also in danger in the fight, and we probably don't have enough spell slots to remove it off of everyone as well. Alto on the front group. No, don't worry, Duffer. We didn't know if it would work, right? I mean, I said it might, maybe it doesn't work because they're undead. And that little thought was prompting me to go Dalto instead. But now we know. We know for certain it didn't work. But did it not work because they're higher than level 8? Or did it not work because they're undead? We still don't know that, though. Getting a good night's sleep in the middle of combat is not advisable, Bombastus. Alright, we're good. We're good here. Bam! At least we didn't get leveled down. That would have been really bad. Cast spell, softness. We have 3 more uses, so 2 after this. Bombastus also could use some HP. Turns out. So, oh, yeah, when he just heals normally, he uses Paralyze on himself. He casts Ambien. Is that what's happening? Where are we? Because I think we're gonna turn around. I think it's time for us to leave. I know, hold on. I know we didn't get, well, we weren't gonna get a level on her, right? I know we didn't get the level on Bombastus, but we might actually get it on the way out. It's not even 2,000. Sidetrack has leveled as well, and no one else is close. So it's time to just leave. And this is definitely the fastest way to get back out. Chest? No chest. Funny though. Single werewolf? Kind of weird. We've been finding them in groups of like 5 or 6. Yeah, their group size is 1d6, so, you know. 1 is just as likely as 5, technically. No XP was had that day. Not much, anyways. 2 bishops bishoping. They're worth 1,100 each. Okay, sure. Sure. And Bombastus, you're taking too much damage. It's like they know you have the worst AC of the front line. How close are you, Bombastus? Because I don't want to take the elevator if you're like 1 fight away. It's so close. It's so close. Let's get one more encounter going here. Guess we could get it on floor 4 at the alarm location. Get a chest there as well. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Those are guaranteed encounters, so it should be quick. Ah! It spun me around in a weird way. Attack dogs! Wonderful. Surprise! Kill the dragons. Kill the dragon. Hold on, do we have the details? Fairy, please. Or remove the... Maybe the map was already gone. I don't know. Do I have her cast a spell on the dogs? No, I just think they're gonna run, and she's probably not gonna kill him with a Mahalito. Run. Run. She probably wouldn't have even acted yet. Dogs are the worst. By the way, if you didn't notice, that's the level. It's all bombast is needed. We might check the treasure door next. Like, we gotta go up, we gotta heal and all that. Might check check the treasure door after that though. Did they get to jump on us? They did. Ninjas are scary. Hey, if they're gonna poison multiple people or use poison multiple times, let's be grateful it's all on the same person. Because it doesn't stack. Could get rid of it this turn with Merc. But let's wait. He might get poisoned again. Let's wait. Dalto. I mean, we could use a big spell. Yeah, Dalto. You can't see the ninja? Well, to be fair, only those with high perception can see the ninja, so we now know that your passive perception's quite low. I'm sorry, Bomber, but now you know. Now you know. Cure poison. That is one of our 2 remaining spell slots for that tier. And we're actually going to use the last one right now just to cure him up, because we're headed out. Part of me wants to go back to floor 3 and floor 2 from the elevator and do like a little extra check, because we didn't find anything there last time. I assume we still won't. Okay, through. We're through. But by the way, you can see where it says spells protect. Because what's happened there is that section, it used to say light, and then it said protect. And then light went away, so they rewrote protect over here, but they didn't clear the whole line. You know, this is like pre-UI, not pre-UI. This is UI, but this is like what am I trying to say? It's like more modern mechanics on UI, if you will. So like, if you're doing a web browser and stuff, there's like a DOM, and that tells it when to like update and all of that kind of stuff. And you actually create partitions on the page, and if there's no data in them anymore, the DOM automatically rewrites it to be blank and that kind of stuff. But you had to do that all manually, you know, back in the day. And when we were doing the computer craft stuff, actually, yeah, it was computer craft. When we were doing all that programming in the Minecraft mod that we were playing on the YouTube channel, we had to deal with all of that. So all of those displays that we had up in our different factories and whatnot, we had to basically allocate a location for text and write to it. And then upon rewriting to it, we had to make sure that we wiped out the previous data first so that we didn't have any weird issues. I mean, during early bits of code for certain machines and whatnot, we didn't do all of the fancy extra stuff. And so we would occasionally see weird stuff where it looked like, hey, how does this thing have more than 100%? Or whatever. It's just stuff like that. But now, most UI code has more convenience built into it, where you tell it what to display, and when things change, it's smart enough to know you don't want the old stuff anymore based on how it's set up. Kinda cool. Alright, Bombastus. 1 hit point. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Okay, Bombastus learned Mahalino and Molino. That's cool. Now you can cast some big fire spells. And the intellect is up to 16, which I think probably helps with the damage it does. Or maybe it's 2-hit. He might be drinking a little too much Mahalinos. Thank you for being here, Astro. Come on! Sidetrack out 1 HP. I have to tell you, we get a 1 HP roll more often than we get anything else. I think we're using loaded dice. Loaded against us dice. Okay, so we have a potion that needs to be checked on Mackenzie. We're also looking at XP levels and stuff real quick. We have robes on Honda. We have a book on Saralyn. Okay, so we can just like drop Sidetrack off, get Astro back in, and get everything checked out. We don't... The robes are garbage. For sure. The potion, I think, is just an antidote, which is not terrible to have, but it's not like, ooh, I can't wait to see what that is either, right? This book, however, this could be cool. Could be cool. Antidote. We called it robes. Garbage. Book. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make a guess. My prediction is actually that it's gonna be a Book of Dios. we could look. The Book of Dios, of course, is in the shop. Oh, it's Book of Badios, so we can do some damage. It's like low damage, though. Is it even worth holding? I don't know. 25% chance of being consumed, so... The odds are that we can use it 4 times, right? How much can we sell it for? It might be worth a lot more to sell it. Might be worth a lot more to sell it. Okay, robes, goodbye. 250. It's so funny. I feel like this is a useless item. I do. I feel like it's so useless. We have the ability to cast the spell for Merc. We have the ability to cast Polito on Saralyn, and they both do 1d8 damage. thought it might teach the spell. Okay. That's a good call. It does say combat only. Let's take a peek. Does Astro have that spell already? He does. And there is no like learn here. Let me throw it over here to Mackenzie real quick. Can she learn it? No, but you could be right. We've never used the spell book in combat. It's possible that if you use it, you learn it. Like it does damage, but then you also learn it. Maybe. Maybe not. It's also tier 1 spell, so like every priest is gonna know it, and bishop should learn it really quickly. Yeah, I feel like it's junk. Honestly, I feel like this potion of Dios is a little junk too, but we're gonna keep it on us now. So let's sell it. Goodbye, Book of Badios. Reset over there, so we need a shield. Merc could use a better shield and body. No. We have some money. We have the ability. Have the technology. We can rebuild them. Buy item. Bombastus. Get yourself a brand new shield +1. Congratulations! And then we'll sell the old one, of course. Honda is actually fully geared out at the moment. Right, the only thing they're missing are copper gloves, and those aren't happening anytime soon. Merc, on the other hand, breastplate +1. So hold on, wait, before I do it, again, they cost the same, but he's currently using a large shield, which is 3. But then he's also using a breastplate, which is 4. Oh, okay. So they're both just a single 1. Thought the breastplate might have been a 2 increase, but no. Okay, that's wonderful. Because Merc is the next line, the next person who goes up when someone has to retreat from the front line. So we definitely want him to have good AC. And then we come to Cerilyn, who has no choice for better AC. That's just not a thing that happens. Cytrak has the ability to have a shield +1 and leather armor +1 as well. He actually gets +2 AC from a small shield to a shield, right? Small shield is 2, leather armor is 2. So we can go to 3 or 4. 4 is better. We could get someone up. We could resurrect someone, but I think we'll just buy the shield right now. Okay. Sell some old junk. Wonderful. We're getting back to where we were with the other team. We're getting back. Merc will probably level the next stream, I imagine, right? He's getting close, but I don't think we're gonna get there tonight. Everyone else is probably far away. So the real question is, do we think we should get level 11 on everyone, but maybe not Mackenzie, before we hit floor 6? And the answer is probably yes. Probably yes. However, right now, let's go back down to floor 4. And let's see what behind the treasure room door. If it's death, if it's death, well then, we're gonna be disappointed, aren't we? Okay, Leporfic, you will cast the light spell after we go through the dark room. friendly kobolds, leave in peace. Look, we are half the team is good alignment, half the team is neutral. We have no reason to fight the kobolds if they're friendly. Right? Play to our alignment. If we were evil, on the other hand, we'd probably attack them because we want to take their stuff. Right? Think so. Okay. So, I could cast Low Mill one now. Do it. Which I believe we've had on in this area before. So I don't think there's any secret rooms that we've missed, you know. Okay. We knew we were going to hit an encounter. It could have been a better encounter than this one. These guys might actually hurt us a tiny bit. Oh, but we surprised them. I'm actually more afraid of the dragonflies than the gas dragons, I think. Is that weird? I think that's weird. It's just that, like, I feel like the dragonflies have more chances to use their AoE move on us than the gas dragons do. And for that reason, I want them gone. But, I mean, they can still use it too. It's stuff like magic and breath attacks. We don't really have a chance to really... I feel like we can dodge it with our AC, but I feel like more often than not, it's going to hit us. It's just how much damage it's going to do. So it's nice to try to, like, not be able to take damage. Man, they're doing more. They're really trying to whittle down that HP before we hit the next door, aren't they? That's so much HP we lost. I'm sickened. 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 Heal. 2. 8. Wonderful. That's a good one. However, we have a secret weapon, and that secret weapon is Cerulean killing everything. So we might be fine. I hope we're fine. She got 1. I'm gonna throw one more on her. 7. Okay. So now we're out of tier 1 heals. They're gone. Part of me thinks Mackenzie's too low. But we're gonna try it. Treasure repository. Okay, by the way, we've never been in here before. So it is uncharted territory for us, right? Right one. So, big map. We have gone in this room before, right here. This is the Monster Allocation Center. Very difficult encounter we had in there. So I'm assuming the treasure room has even harder encounter? Find out! I was expecting a room? Like a room, not a room. And also, we're not really afraid of these gas dragons, so... Is it possible the sign is lying, or is it possible that there's going to be a really good chest drop from this? Either way, we surprised them, so we should kill half of them here? Maybe? Yeah? Yeah? Nice. Good chest? Come on, good chest. Great chest? Amazing chest? It's nothing. This feels like a taunt to the player. Ha 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 ha, player! There's nothing there! Stupid! It's very anticlimactic, it's a little disappointing. The other door, by the way, goes somewhere, so... We're gonna open that door again and see what happens. Could be very, very bad for us. However, I think Sarah-Lynn's gonna do really good against them. That's the hope, right? By the way, these guys flee, so I'm expecting half of them to run away. Or more than half of me, you know? Hey, we killed one! Yes. Monster allocation, here we come. We literally just killed one. Mackenzie's HP is very scary right now. Her AC is very good, though. Okay, this is a very similar encounter, by the way, to the other one we had, isn't it? Level 7 mage. Oh, they surprised us. Oh, no. Oh, well, they can't cast magic, though. So that happened. We're gonna buff. Prayer. We'll do a prayer. I mean, honestly, if Sarah-Lynn kills him, then the prayer probably doesn't matter. Macanito. We'll find out for real what's gonna happen here, right? Macanito. Wait! Wait! It only killed the mages! Okay, by the way, the scariest enemies were the mages and the ninja, and with them dead, I think the priests are fine. But Honda did lose a lot of HP, and Mackenzie died. So, that's a thing. I'm glad we didn't use another cure on Mackenzie, though, because I think she got insta-killed. I don't think it was, they did enough damage. I think she got insta-killed. And Merc is actually going to cast Great Cure on Honda. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, and we'll just... Baddie, that's the death spell! Oh my goodness, these guys are scary! Is Baddie the death spell, or is it the great damage spell? I think it's death. I think it's death. Let's just check. Yeah, it's the death spell. Yikes. Okay, we got some detail. Base AC 2. Okay. Silence? Hey, how... They can silence a dead character? That doesn't feel right. I'm gonna try to go for the final inspect on him, too. There's a kill. Blocked Merc. Of course he did. We didn't get any more detail. But we did win. At what cost? No chest even. And I have to tell you, we're exactly where we were last time, where we had a fairly difficult encounter. We're actually better off than we were last time. Oh shoot, because last time, sorry, I'm mapping and you can't see. Last time we almost died. Like it was very bad last time. This was not anywhere near as bad. However, we do have a downed member, we have a member with half HP, and if those are the enemies that we can expect to see through the next door, we might not get so lucky next time. I feel like we have to bail. And I'm also wondering if we should even attempt to cast Resurrect from Merc on Mackenzie, or if we should just go pay the temple. I think we should just go pay the temple. Alright. That's it, we're out. We're out. Because of course we have more encounters as well. Dalto. One of them didn't die. Merc couldn't kill him. That monster allocation is serious business. Like, legitimately, I think that encounter is potentially harder than a floor 5 encounter. Potentially. Not guaranteed. Oh, you know what? Your potato internet. Oh, you're camping. Keeps dropping. Missed the whole last fight. Let me give you the quick recap on it. The ninja killed Mackenzie immediately. And, the death spell only killed the mages. So the ninja and the priests were higher level. And then we were fine. By the way, we have this mapped, but we haven't looked at it in a very long time. One? Oh, actually, we do have this mapped. Sorry. So this is floor 3. We're actually right here on this elevator space, and there should be nowhere that we can go. These are secret walls. Actually, that's not true. Oh. This map here is actually wrong. We started to remap it over here, but we didn't. But you'll see that it actually loops around, and then I believe it doesn't really go anywhere. Oh, this is a one-way? This is a one-way. Okay, we'll come back and map this correctly later. Not super interested in it. Let's go check out floor 2. So here's our floor 2 map. And I'm sorry, I left the big map open, I guess, but floor 2, this is our elevator, which I put as number 1, although we should make it an E now. And there's nothing here, and we don't know how it fits into the rest of the map or anything, not yet, but we should probably figure that out at some point, right? In fact, why don't we cast ourselves a Duma pick right here? We're facing north. That makes sense. We're 10 east, 9 north. Okay. Let's write that down. 9. 9 says 10 east and 9 north. Perfect. We already know we're on floor 2. So we can fit that in correctly later. We will have to run a Duma pick somewhere else over here so we can actually figure out how this map lines up with that one. But we haven't done that yet. They surprised us just in time to run away. Good, some of them didn't run. Most are, though. So stupid. Wow, look, 3 guys remain. He's probably gonna run. Oh no, I guess we'll kill him. It's so stupid. Like, what a dumb encounter, right? You get a whole horde of enemies and they're just all gone. But to be fair, it probably has something to do with our level. We're so high level that if they can run away, they probably should. Got a piece of armor. Probably garbage. So that was floor 3 and floor 2, so not too thrilled with floor 3 and floor 2 on the elevator front. However, we should really figure out how the floor 3 actually fits together now that we know a little bit more about how the maps are actually set. And then we can actually find out, is it possible to skip the giant floor 2 spiral to get to the stairs? Because if we can, might speed up our descents just a little bit, right? Might not. How much? We don't have enough money. 2,250 to resurrect Mackenzie. We don't have enough money. That is the state of where we are at in the game. We have had a major setback in that we lost half of our team. We've lost a level on Mackenzie. We've lost some of our gear. It's taken a bit of time to get our money recouped, right? So there's definitely more work to go, however. That'll be happening in the next one. Because this is the end of the stream. We are actually at our time. I do appreciate everyone for coming out here. Let me make sure I save our map. Saved. Wonderful. Would hate to lose that. Just a reminder, right? If you're watching on the Twitch, if you're watching on the YouTube, a follow on Twitch, a subscribe on YouTube in case you want to check out the rest of this run, which will be coming again. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, same time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We play a whole lot of different games on the channel. Blobbers are our current fascination. We're going to definitely be playing through like Might and Magic. We're going to do some other Etrian Odysseys. I'm sure we're going to do more Wizardry in the future as well. But we also have other games going, RPG stuff. Yeah. A variety of things, you could say. So I hope to see everyone next time. But for now, this is Merc signing off. And I hope everyone has a good night. Have a good weekend, too. See ya.